Yes, my people, I hope you're all doing well. Please do let me know if you can hear me. More importantly, I hope you're eating blue, sleeping blue, waking up blue, and living the blue life. Blue evening to you all. It's another transfer show, an emergency one. Indeed, I had to start as early as possible. Plus, I'm going to try the best I can to round off in time to go support Dan, who's always also a big supporter of this particular channel. Hopefully, nothing holds us back yet. You must know what's happening. It's out there. Something is happening. Like we said, if you remember that Karma Kunde, but this time Karma Enzo, it's going to happen. I hope he comes to us. I'm very elated about the news. Yes, people, I hope you're all doing well. Let me get what we have in the chat again as quickly as possible. And as you're coming in, let's get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Right now, we are at 41 likes. You can get to 100 likes as soon as possible. The first comment here says, look, all these Enzo Fernandez news needs to stop. Benfica said release clause or nothing. I really hope that that he comes, but I cannot see how FFP will be hard to get by. I think we're good, really, since it's a long-term contract. I think we're good, really. Before the club decides to pay anything that Benfica is asking for, whether the release clause or nothing, they've done their calculations. They don't want to risk it. You don't want to pay billions to buy a club and end up again being stupid about how you spend money. They're very smart people, and like I've said before, they didn't become billionaires by being stupid. They have dedicated people working at that to make sure they don't make any mistakes. If that makes sense, big up to you too. And by the way, if we're talking about the release clause, we'll say we're willing to pay 120 million euros, which means that practically we're ready to trigger. We're ready to trigger the buyout clause. So a lot is going on. I'm going to try to catch up with what we have in the chat as quickly as possible and go ahead to taking a look what we have again, the news, the timeline of what has been happening, because it's interesting really at the speed. This is actually, you could argue this is again nearly the same speed as the speed we went with before we signed Mudryk. Big up to you, to Nemaya Fowler, my brother. He will soon again stop playing. Okay, thank you. Let's see what else we have here. Good news. Yeah, some good news. Abdul Akim Olurin, my Niger brother. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. And yes, people, keep smashing the like button. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. Let's try and break a record this evening. I know we can, only if you feel like we can. Again, Asma says, hello, coach. I hope you're doing well. How was the breakfast? Yeah, delicious, you know. I'm a good cook, but we're not going to get into that right now. Again, with how difficult Benfica has been on this transfer, I definitely don't see Enzo coming this window. Courtney, remember I told you, from what I'm seeing, it'd be more difficult for him not to come than stay. And we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have lined up on the screen here. The only issue we're having on not getting Enzo is the decision of Benfica president. Hopefully, he changes his mind in coming hours, because we need his amazing this amazing midfielder in the Chelsea team. Here's the thing, Don Fresher, if he delays at one point, even by tomorrow, actually, Enzo will snap. He will snap and he will hand in a transfer request, because he's told them he wants to leave. And I heard he said that again once more. And usually, again, that's what it takes for someone to snap. First, you make your mind known. I want to do this. For the second time after you say it, you will snap. So let's see. He snaps, and you will see him doing something again along the line to what what's his name, Casado is doing. I learned that there is a division between the Benfica board over Enzo deal. Apparently, the boy wants the deal. He wants to go. He's reiterated that not once, not twice. Again, even more than 3 times now, from what we're hearing. Let me see. What do I say again? I got shock you. I go shock you. Enzo will come tomorrow or next tomorrow. Courtney, this is typical. My Niger brother speaking in Niger tongue. I hope he comes. I think he will make us better. Adam Newson tweets. Okay, I will check it in a bit. But certainly more and more news are coming. It's coming quick and fast. So I'm going to go start looking at it as soon as possible. Lima Charlie, Sika Ripper. Okay, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Definitely there will be some division among the board because anyone knows Chelsea is doing a good business for Enzo deal, and any team would have accepted that deal and move on. And if they're saying it is, if anybody tells you it's not about money, tell them they're lying. First and foremost, it's money. It's business for all parties involved. It's business for the selling club. It is business for the buying club. It is business for the agents involved. It is business for the player, if that makes any sort of sense to you. I think Brighton will not sell Casado because many clubs will try to sign him in the summer. So if Chelsea can get Enzo, that will be fantastic. Let's see what happens. Enzo want the move, but in a friendly way. But he's going to snap. He's going to wait. If it doesn't happen and it's down to Benfica being stubborn, he's going to snap, really. We're back again. Yes, we're back again. Mohammed Musa, we're back again, brother. Good news. Yep, again, Adeboye Joseph, good news indeed. We're back again. Yep, we are back. Ramalat, hello, coach. It's not couch. It's coach. Good evening from Nigeria. I can't, if you're Nigerian, you should be able to say that. You say that you call me coach or you call me Coachilla or Elila. I like that. From Nigeria, please, broken. What's the update on my mind, Enzo? We'll talk about it in a bit. Just calm down. Enzo, again, Enzo's creativity and ball recoveries is what we need in our midfield. Yep, he's not just creative. He can contribute immensely defensively too. This is your guy, Mohammed from Ghana. Mohammed, pop to you, my West African brother. I hope you're doing well. Greetings to you. Thanks so much for finding the time to join us. And Asma says, source. Again, Chelsea have 2 members involved in talks for Enzo right now, David Bernard and Christopher Vivell. Jorge Mendes is the 3rd individual to be actively working these past hours. Oh, that's excellent. The question, if Enzo is that good, why only Chelsea wants him and not not the likes of a City, Barca, Madrid, or PSG? Here's the thing, those clubs have spent quite a lot of money, and again, a little more spending that's that high could push them over the line, and they will be in trouble with FFP. Man City, the same thing. PSG, the same thing. Again, who can all these guys, you're talking, even Barcelona and Real Madrid, they've spent quite a lot, and some of them. How are you going to sell the project to the player? Do you have space in most cases? So if you get my point, but I understand where you're coming from. Big up, the Enzo deal is closed. If this coming from the Undertaker, look at him right here. He's usually the Undertaker is usually very skeptical, but now he's saying it's very close. It is close indeed, and it's moving really quickly. Blue afternoon, blue evening, Coachella. Then here's my brother. He is in the house. Big up to you, Liam Lane. Much love, bro. You don't know how much I love and respect you. Thank you so much for all the advice. That's, you can argue that's one of the reasons why the channel is growing as it's growing right now. Yes, people, keep liking the stream, and if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. We're out again, and that what they need is money, and we're gonna give money and take him to Chelsea. Mohammed Musa, thank you for saying that again. Philip Smith, good day to you too, brother. I hope you're doing well. And so again, has said today that he wants to leave, and that's about the 2nd time or the 3rd time. That's why I'm saying he's being professional, but next thing now, he will snap. He's a human being. He will snap because they're trying to get him to tie him down to add to put 115 million euros buyer clause. Practically, again, to them, it's more. Right now, you could argue they're not treating him like a human being anymore. They just want to use him to make more money. If they're trying to give him just 2 million euros to get him to sign a new contract, so they change the buyer clause. I think it doesn't make any sort of sense. It's good news that Chelsea is seriously going for Enzo Fernandez. Can Chelsea clinch the deal? That's a good question. But Joshua Ayama, let's see what happens. I'm confident it will happen. If we can pull this deal off, then we're good. We're going to be smoking next season. If we don't get him now, we might look at it with regret in the future. Again, yeah, let's see what happens, Coach. Let me correct my mistake. One love, brother. I hope you're doing well. Barcelona have shown interest in Felix, so Chelsea could have a battle there if we wanted to try and keep him again after the loan. Here's the thing: it doesn't matter. He would develop a relationship with those he has again with the other players we have at the club, and it's usually again difficult to say goodbyes. So he may well decide to stay with us, but let's see what happens. We'll have till the end of the season to see even if we want to keep him. Coachella, keep up the blue update. Enzo Fernandez is coming soon. Yeah, that's my Niger Christian Niger Bryce says in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, I want to see that happen, and I'm saying amen to your prayers. Mabat05, big up a trusted perspective. I just want to see the Enzo Fernandez deal done. Benfica should let him go if he wants to leave. Like I said, if they continue fighting back, he's gonna snap. Coach, if Enzo comes tonight or before the ending of the transfer window, you can trust me to send you fully packed Nigerian jollof. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for saying that to me, Dayo, my brother. Much love to you too. Big up everyone. Let me see what we have here. Bobby, I'll come to you in a bit. Sorry again. People think like if the player is top class, all the big clubs want him. Look, these clubs, they have players they need. They have players they need. Yep, they don't want Enzo. Again, add another player. Again, yeah, exactly. What do we have here? Okelo Solomon. Enzo is good and has future at Chelsea. I'm Okelo Solomondo from Uganda. Nice to see you. Again, I hope you're doing well. His club are trying to hold Enzo prisoner by asking for more money and asking him to sign a new deal so that they can up the buyout clause for more money on his release clause, even if Chelsea loan him back till the end of the season. Did you eat Nigerian jollof rice with chicken for dinner today? Something close, but I'm not going to say what that is. It's like almost done. Thank you for saying that. Relaxing meditation. That's an excellent first name and last name. With or without Enzo, we already have a fantastic window. We need a creative midfielder so badly, and Enzo would fit that perfectly. He's more than just a creative midfielder. I think he emerged as the best tackler in Europe. That's to show you he's a complete player. Guys, tonight is Enzo and Coachilla's night. Let's push the like button and follow vehemently. Subscribe and remain blessed. Thank you. We're 64 likes right now. We're getting there. Bobby, let me get your thoughts on good evening to you, brother. The speed at which we're trying to pull this one off, I'm enjoying it really. Again, I think he measures the speed at which we went in for Mudryk and got it done as soon as possible. So, Bobby, your thoughts? I'm listening to you if you're able to unmute. Yeah, there you go.
Coach, ahead, this isn't smoke, is it? This is a raging fire.
It's gone beyond smoke from oil on the stove.
Yeah, it's a raging fire. Barley, Paul Winstanley, they've got on their private jet and they're in Portugal. Even Enzo is not playing it cool anymore. He's told them he wants to leave. It seems the sticking point is Rui Costa. He's still, he's saying silly things like 150 million and now and so on. Look, I've just DM'd you the latest Fabrizio Romano, where he said, look, Chelsea could be prepared to pay the 120 euros. I believe they can, and I believe if necessary, they will. He said a very significant thing. They want Enzo at all costs. At all costs. That's why they're in Portugal. They want to take that kid back on a plane to London. I hope it happens. What can I say? I'm on tenterhooks just like everybody else. If Ben Jacobs says if Chelsea pull this off, Twitter will break, and I believe it will. It's box office. It's box office stuff. The drama is compelling, and the club is serious.
Other thing we have in the chat, I want us to take some time and look at the timeline of events as they unfolded to where we are right now. A lot of stuff has happened, and I want to share that with those in the chat. But let me see what I can get. Did we stop pushing for Casado? I don't know. If we stopped by now, Arsenal would have wrapped up the deal because it will be them and them alone. There are no other clubs vying for his signature. It's just us and Arsenal. Fabrizio and Chelsea are planning to insist in a very strong and convinced way to sign Enzo Fernandez in the final 48 hours. Even if Benfica president Rui Costa doesn't want to give up, then Enzo, like I said, by tomorrow, if they persist with their stubbornness, the player will snap. He will snap because this is his future in question. If you ask me, again, if Chelsea misses out on Enzo Fernandez in this January transfer window, it's going to be tough task to get him in the summer, and chances are he become cheaper. Then there will be other parties vying for his signature. Sika, but Trinidad and Tobago is locked down, bro. You got a new subscriber. Thank you so much, my brother. Pop, 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 pop. Much love to you, and I appreciate all the support. What do we have, guys? Let's continue destroying the like button. Just don't destroy it entirely. Leave it some bits of it so that someone else can subscribe. But I like that Bernard comedy. Thank you so much. I guess that's the comedian in you. It's not smoking signals either. Yeah, exactly. Bobby, did you get that one? Yeah, it's a real fire. Enzo will be a Chelsea player till 2030. As usual. Fabrizio, again, it's Chelsea FC co-owners and
No.
board.
It's longer than that. They've offered a 7.5-year deal with an option for an 8.5-year deal. They're going
So it's
all
going to
out
be
for
beyond
this guy.
20.
Beyond
Okay.
2030.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 100 million involved and focus to get it done. Let's get it done. This deal is done, I believe so. Alex, Alex, be careful how you use all caps. That was probably why your message was deleted. So you have to be very, very cautious. Chelsea are planning to finish in very strong, convinced way to sign Enzo Fernandez in the next one. Yep, we've read something similar to that from someone else. Every team needs him because he is again he's very good CM there again, and we also need move from where we are on the table, to maybe again for a place in the top four. Enzo is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt us if we don't get him. Just like Haaland did when we backed out or when we missed out. But in this case, we're really pushing. In the case of Haaland, we didn't really push that much. If that makes any sort of sense to you, Fab's tweet. It was a super deal. It will have been a super deal in midfielders if we can sign Casado and Enzo. It will be a strong midfield. It's going to be difficult for the two of them to happen this same window. Here we go, Enzo. Where did you see that? Are you trolling? I don't know if anybody can check and confirm, please. Let's see where we are. Anything else here to address? Tami Dyer, my brother, says we're carving out summer awards for best soccer analyst and football matter host of the year. I know where this is going for both coach and Bobby. I appreciate that, brother. Much love. Honestly, that's very kind of you. Again, Enzo's deal again has provoked fans. Emotions are high. Fabrizio Romano, just mad update. New one again. Let me know what's the new update. So let's look at the timeline while at the same time I'm going to try to see what Fabrizio Romano have said. And apologies, I'm going to again Okafor I'm going to skip quite a lot of good contributions in the chat, and I'll try to get
another thing to as a little
subsequent
caveat a bit later is that the Samsung Bell to Spurs is slipping under the radar, but I know we'll talk about that later.
Who is that kid? No, can you go ahead and talk about it?
Jude Samsung Bell under development
is it Samsung Bell or Susu Bell? Go ahead. What happened?
Yeah, the striker, the under 21 striker. Why he's going to Spurs, I don't know, because I don't know if he thinks he's going to get in and play. be very difficult to play ahead of Kane and Richarlison, but there you go.
That sounds like something. What's the guy that went to Liverpool and end up? Where is he now? A Bournemouth?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his
Somebody's
name?
trolling here. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, what's his name now? Gosh, I've forgotten. But anyway, I know who you're talking about. He'll come to me in a minute.
Yeah, Mark Arlen, are you joking or you're serious? Brighton have shown us again how good they are without their key players, and even I think he's going to leave Brighton. The question is he going to come to Chelsea or Arsenal? Given the manager's comment, and he openly says we're good without him. So everybody will move on. Something to that effect. Yes, guys, please keep liking the stream. Well, 87 likes is just 13 more. Again, yeah, actually 11 more now to actually get it to 11 more
Coach,
now to get it
I
to
forwarded you the
200 likes.
latest from Fabrizio Romano that we're talking with Rui Costa now.
It's gonna happen.
He says Chelsea are back in direct talks with Benfica for Enzo. They want the player at all. No, not that one. The recent one. Chelsea are planning to insist in very strong and convincing way to sign Enzo Fernandez in the final 48 hours, even if Benfica president doesn't want to give up. Owners and board, all Chelsea structure, 100% involved and focused to get this deal. Boy, they're going for this, you know. Benfica president, still no intention to accept Chelsea, still insists on the deadline. Where's this other one he's put out? Yeah, that's the latest at the moment.
All right, for this one, can you unveil Enzo on this channel? Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Enzo must fight for his right. He wants to join Chelsea. Like I said, if by tomorrow, again, they're still deadlocked in negotiations, there's a chance he snaps, really. Fab tweeted, here we go.
Sorry, coach. Meeting with Rui Costa to reach an agreement with Benfica on Enzo Fernandez deal is now nearing agreement. Rui is said to have demanded 120 million euros for Enzo's release clause, and Chelsea is willing to pay. Despite Rui Costa's updates, Chelsea is getting closer to the deal. This is from Top Skills, which is linked to, is it Ben Jacobs or Matt Law?
Wow, let's go. This is Yep, okay, thank you. Kachila, again, I check Fab's update. Yep, we're doing that right now. Thank you. Something that Enzo is Chelsea. I think he's coming. Give us Enzo, free Enzo. Keep doing it, people. And I saw my friend and brother Kimso, but at the very bottom. Free him, people. Jordan Tadeo, is a deal happening? It looks like it's happening. Yep, it's gonna happen, really. I can't read this language. Can't is that French? Again, Enzo deal we get done before the next 48 hours. Thank you so much. I appreciate you reinforcing that. Jacob Steinberg. Wow, it is serious. Like Enzo to come to Chelsea, let it happen immediately. Yes, Jordan, the Undertaker, CFC. Thank you for being part of this evening show, brother. I appreciate that. James Mbewe, quoting Fabrizio Romano again 9 minutes ago. Chelsea are planning to insist in very strong and convicted way to sign Enzo. I think we've read something similar, but again, I will humor you and read it because this is your first time here. Even if Benfica president Rui Costa doesn't want to let him go. Thank you for that update there. Gilmore played very well for Brighton when he came on as a sub. I think they'll bring out the best in him, but I don't want to see the start regretting. I wish him well because before we let him go, I know he's a very fine player. I like Fab when he was Chelsea. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Shege. Josephus. Enzo will be a done deal. It's the super deal for January transfer window. This always happens every transfer. Remember Aubameyang? Oh, was that did they get Arsenal get him during the January transfer window? Much love to all Chelsea fans. Good night. Yes, from Finland. Go get your sleep, bro. See you next time. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. And Seeker Reaper, please try as much as you can not to use more than 3 emojis. If you do, Nightbot will again it will time you out. It's a machine. It's not a human being. Yes, Bobby.
Coach, why? I'm sitting up. I'm pacing up and down about this deal. I really am. I mean, it will be so disappointing
I believe
if
you.
it doesn't go through.
I should be sleeping, really. I believe you.
But why I'm thinking, look, this is fire, not smoke, is that, look, man, you got a club coming to drop 105 million pounds, which is 127 million euros, potentially. I think with all the attention Chelsea are giving this, they will drop that money if they have to. Benfica cannot say no. If they say no, it's insane. I don't see the business rationale behind that. And it seems the discussion with, from what we've just read, the discussion with Rui Costa, he is right, okay, drop 127 and he's yours. And that's the negotiating point. Now, Winstanley and Egbali would not get on a plane to have a personal consultation with Benfica for nothing. They're there on serious business, and at the same time, in constant contact with people like Vivali, Boehly, who's the chairman himself, and one or two other key members of the board. They're all in for this guy. They are all in for this guy. I think I'm actually, dare I say it,
that's why we're really pushing.
I believe this could happen. I don't say, nothing's 100% until it happens, but there's pressure here, real pressure.
Yeah, and to those guys in the chat, I will not be reading too much this evening because I should actually be sleeping. Right now, I'm gulping down quite a lot of coffee to stay awake and sound as strong as I am. Because after the Blue Morning show, usually I sleep during the day to be ready for the next day. Roger, bigger brother, let me bring you in. To you, is this smoke we're seeing right now? Is this smoke from an oil on the frying pan on the stove, or do you think it's fire? It's a lot of fire.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Great to see you, brother.
No, it's definitely, you can see the flames and the ambers. It's you're right. You send that kind of hierarchy out on a private jet. It's not to go get an ice cream, is it? So
maybe a good meal.
Bloody, it's $10,000 an hour for a private jet. So it better be a good meal. I think we should all bow our heads and take a minute's silence for the rest of the Premier League teams that are trying to compete with us.
A lot of crying. I want to see Gary Neville's face.
Well, let's wait till it's done first.
Yeah, I know. Slightly premature and somewhat arrogant of me, but listen, if we do get him, and assuming we do it in a fiscally, should we say, responsible manner, then I would have to grade this window as an A+. It's already an A or an A- right now, but I don't know. Christmas has come late for us or very early, whichever way you want to look at the calendar. I think you're right, Bobby. I think if I have to put a percentage, I'm looking at mid-90s. I think that's a realistic percentage based on the Twitter sphere is like blowing up, and you've got credible sources that are saying that it's on. So it could break down. Don't get me wrong. You have deals that break down at all phases of negotiation. So I believe the actual quote unquote buyout is 105 million pounds, correct, sterling. So I don't know. I missed the first half now, and I apologize, gentlemen, but someone would have to explain to me legally if it's a buyout clause and you put X amount of money down and it reaches that buyout clause, then doesn't the selling team, aren't they negated from any more or further negotiations? It's down to the player and the buying team. This is what I've been led to believe.
There's something Liam Lane explained in the morning that usually once you pay the buyout clause, the club cannot do anything because I think it's registered with the FA or something like that. Yeah, selling club, so to speak. Cannot do anything. I don't know, Bobby, if you want to add anything to that explanation so people can understand what happens to the club or pays the buyout clause.
That's my understanding as well, and I think that's why Rui Costa is holding on to the release clause, because I think that's his point of no return, as it were, that he can't do anything about it. I'm reading here, Chelsea have 2 members involved in talks for Enzo right now, David Barnard and Christopher Vivell. Wow. George Mendes is the 3rd individual to have been actively working these past hours. And I think Mendes is his agent, and that's probably why he's come out and told them he wants to leave. I mean, the pressure is heavy, and there's money on the table. Really? Will they turn this down? That would be interesting if they do.
What did they purchase him for again, gentlemen?
Very interesting. Sorry?
I don't know.
How much did Benfica pay for him originally? I forget.
I'm really not sure, really.
I think it was about 10 million, something like that.
Yeah, 10 to 15, I think, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good ROI.
I mean, this is major profit, and I don't know if this is true, but I understand, albeit I got this from Twitter, that is it Boca Juniors or is it River Plate he came from, are also saying drop this deal. You can't sniff at this money, because they ain't getting this money in the summer, I assure you. So let's see.
Again, but we know you. I know you understand quite well why we're pushing for this one to happen. Ty, I want to get your thought. Do you think this is a fire? But again, probably smoke from a pan of oil on the stove, or do you think it's real fire, Ty?
The fire is on.
Sorry.
The fire is on.
Shalom, Ty. I'm sorry.
The fire is on. The fire is on. The fire is on for Fernandez and Enzo. Oh, what a development, man! What a development. There's nothing guaranteed yet, but this is madness. This is actual madness. I would graciously like to be wrong when I said that I don't think Enzo is gonna come, and right now it looks like I will be proven wrong. It looks like I will be proven wrong again for the 3rd time in a row. I said we were not gonna get Fofana, we got Fofana. I said we're not gonna get Modric, we got Modric, and I said we're not gonna get Enzo, and looks like we may get Enzo. So maybe I'm the Sherlock that gets things wrong, but it ends up being for the right reason. So you never know. But this is a deal that Chelsea have wanted to get done from the beginning of the window. Obviously, they moved on to other options. That option was not the ideal one, but they've made the choice that they believe is the top priority. And I think that's debatable for many people, but I think they'll accept Enzo if he comes in. The question is, will Rio Costa be open to seeing? Well, if you do pay the buyout clause, like you guys were saying, then they can't say yes or no. It's not about negotiating. But if it's a case where we're trying to pay over it and pay the rest in installments, then perhaps that in a sense would mean that would Benfica want to let him go mid-season, and considering the fact that they signed him practically 6 months ago, will they be open to that, or will they want to keep him for the rest of the season? If we do indeed decide to pay the buyout clause, which is a likely option apparently, because basically, if what is being said on Twitter is to be believed, it's a case where if what we're doing right now is that if they reject this bid, it's just to show them that we have the money to do it. And simply, if what is being quoted as the fee we're willing to pay, we could just simply just trigger that release clause, because it's just 10 million, something around those lines, or maybe over that in terms of the tax part, and you get him. But this is a mad development. It shows that with Todd Boehly, never underestimate him, and not even Todd Boehly, with Egbali and all the directors, you don't underestimate them. They can get deals that you don't expect to be getting done at last minute. So, and they want to try to do the same method they did with Mudryk, and they have to get a new net, obviously, because Mudryk broke the first one trying to run away. But it is what it is, man. We forget Enzo. I think it'd be a 10 out of 10. It's more of a 9.5 for me, but already in terms of the Malo Gusto signing for the future. But if we get Enzo Fernandez, I think it'd be a 10 out of 10. I think it would be 10 out of 10. And
I agree.
if we get him for in this window, it's very likely. I know, and I'm the optimistic person when it comes onto this competition. I made omens
you're
for it
not.
back when we did the last
No,
time.
Ty, you're not.
I
You're the panic yacht pilot. Was
Well,
captain.
let me finish.
Remember
Let
that?
me finish, man. Let me
Yeah,
finish
go
what I'm
ahead, Ty.
saying. I am the optimist when it comes on to this competition, the Champions League. And if we get him, there is no way that we don't get to the Champions League final. Because with these signings that we already have, obviously barring Malo Gusto, who will not be joining us, we have a likely chance of getting to the finals, because we're known for having excellent form in the European competitions, and we could actually go for it. So maybe the league isn't possible, but the Champions League, if we get things to work well, get developed as a unit, and if Enzo comes, man, Enzo fantastic.
Yep. Again, you broke up a bit, but I guess I'm thinking you called him Enzo Fantastic. I think we're gonna get this deal done. And again, I'm very optimistic about that. And Carlito, we had a private conversation. You tell me keep
Enzo
an eye for
fantastic.
that one. It's not over yet. Here's again, Carlito from a co-owner of Worldwide Charles. Please, if you haven't, go check out Worldwide Charles. Make sure to subscribe. Carlito, you're a mod, so you're able to share the link to your to Worldwide Charles YouTube channel so that people can go check it out. Please do so. And thank you, bro. I appreciate again you finding time to participate there. Ty, don't forget to share the link to your channel. Roger, were you going to say something?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So again, sorry if I skipped past some of your comments. Like I said, I should be sleeping right now. I'm gulping quite a lot of coffee to stay awake, but we had to do this because, yeah, that's a chance before we wake up. It's done and dusted, and then we'll just be revisiting the old stuff. Yes, again, Mama, there you goes. That man, Enzo, he's coming. Again, I believe that. Brighton coach basically saying farewell to Casado. Fab tweeted, yep, if you paid attention to that interview with the man, he basically said, well, we're good without him. He can go now if he wants to go. The question is where he ends up. I still think we're not going to be able to get them both this window. Bobby thinks we can, but let's see what happens. With Enzo, our football would change definitely. 10 minutes ago, I think, what are you referring to? Undertaker, please do let me know. Again, they paid around 10 to 15 million. Oh, now I get it. For Enzo to buy him. Now look how much they're making from him. That's a humongous return on investment, really, like Roger said. River Plate was where they got him from. Okay. Oh, yeah, exactly. Indeed. Casado is free to go. Yeah, the question is where he goes now. And there's a chance he goes where the Chelsea fans are not going to like. Let's see what else we have here. This reminds me of the Havertz deal. Was it? I know it was prolonged before. It took long before we got it done, but I'm not sure they were reluctant like this. Please stop using all caps. I need to concentrate on hosting the show. Then again, on deleting your message has been deleted because you're using all caps. It doesn't make it stand out. If anything, it's irritating. Actually, if I have to be honest to you, it just means you're yelling. Enzo in mind again. We're going to win the Champions League again. I think Ty said that, and that's I believe that on paper we look invisible. Next year we're going to be even Scary. Matthew Lee Benjamin says, smash the like button, people. We are at 139 likes. Let's try and get it to 200 as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys. Do they get money if they go further in the Champions League? Yeah, I think the further you go in the Champions League, the more money you earn. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ty. Isn't that the truth? I think it is like that with every football competition. Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Enzo to stand against for him. Yeah, it probably he trains tomorrow. Yeah, not starting against for him. Again, it says again. Let me say something about Rui Costa. Charles Williams say, Rui Costa, your defense is in trouble. Todd Boehly is in the room. Okay, I get that one there. Tammy Dial, guys, like or follow and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done. If you haven't done so, I say helps us reach a wider audience. Free again, fill the golden boy Enzo. Yep, I like that hashtag there. Yes, people, please keep smashing the like button and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let me see. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Todd Boehly hired some financial expert to deal with FFP rules from America. It's believable. He's not stupid. He didn't become a billionaire by being dumb. Let's say again. Yep, ready. What else? Anything else here to address? Again, Mohammed MB Mbalo says again, we want Enzo to come very soon. Yeah, again, this deal will happen within the next 12 hours. Says again, a born creative bright. I like that name really. Again, Ty. Is it that? Okay, yeah, it's referring to Ty. To Tyrone. Ty, I wouldn't be pushing that far about Champions League final because these signings need to be more clinical in front of goal, gel more importantly, but anything can happen. But let's see what happens. Can Santos start for the first time? We're not sure. Santos, it sounds like he hasn't been granted a work permit, but I think after when he comes back, I think he probably gets it because his exploit there clearly shows he falls into that category called exceptional talent. So they should make an exception for him. Kelly Ubi, please avoid using all caps. If again, he just said again, I'm a bit tired this evening because I should be sleeping. I usually get nearly everything in the chat. So, but using all caps doesn't make it stand out. Really, if anything, I'll skip it. So please, let's avoid doing that. Free Enzo again of Enzo, fantastic. More of that. I want to see that. The more. Good evening, boss. How have you been? Been good. How about you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for asking. I strongly again doubt we will get Champions League final with Enzo, not this season. That's a strong argument. Mac Brobby, Mac Brobby. Their fee is too high for this guy. What? Okay. I'm not sure what to make of that one. So let's look at the timeline now. I'm not sure. Where am I? The comments are flying in with so speed again. It's actually not easy to find out where I am. And this is Liam Lane. Apologies, I skipped some of your comments because I know I can deal with you easily than all the people that I don't know. Yes, people, keep liking the stream. Let's get it to 150 and shoot for 200 as soon as possible. We are at 149 likes right now. And that is not easy. Villa, is that Villa? Yep. Villa and Jala. Again, it's Enzo coming to Chelsea. It looks like he's coming. I am still not convinced Enzo Faldiazo. Again, my brother, a.k.a. Boogeyman, 6 months ago, he was nobody, 120 million for a good World Cup. Well, because we want him now. Probably because we know if we leave it till the summer, there will be other parties who will be interested in securing the player's signature. And this is January. I'm sure you followed this game long enough to know if you want to play at that again in January. And in our case, you could say we're desperate. They sensed it that we're desperate and truly we're desperate. So we'll have to pay premium. But I get your argument. If it's good, it's good. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter when you started realizing how good it is. If that makes any sort of sense. Let's get into 200 likes as soon as possible, says my brother Liam Lane. Thank you so much. Let's try Zakaria from Juventus after his loan. After his loan, then we'll look at it and see, okay, whether that one is going to work out. But right now, all it is assessment. We need time. Let's again look at him from now to the end of the season. What do we have again? Hard to believe that, the deal is not done yet. This is just too hard. Despite the boy wanting to leave. Let's see what happens. Please, let's again, Prince, you're a mod actually, so you shouldn't be using all caps really. We get top 4 for sure. I hope that happens. I want us to quickly go through the timeline of events as they unfolded this evening. Quite a lot happened on the 30-45 minutes, just as in the case of Mudryk. We will not be sleeping until the deal is done. Yeah, I believe so, really. Let's see what happens here again. If Enzo joins the stream afterwards, should concentrate on which players get into the Champions League squad. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, we will do that. Up to Charles Sunday. OTK, thank you so much for saying that. With Enzo and Rice, our midfield will be. Again, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Hello to you again. I hope you're doing well. Enzo needs to push for a transfer by tomorrow. If Benfica if they're not cooperating, I think it will snap. Daniel Crane, it's been a minute. How have you been, brother? I just had to stop and say hello to you. If we manage to pull this Enzo deal of again, how long before we start calling for Boehly to have a statue immediately? Maybe. But that's, by the way, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies. Praise Genio, Nehemiah, and every other person. Samsung A11, Kelly Ubi, sorry. Apologies if I missed your comment. Enzo, yeah, let him come. Any other thing you want to say, Ty, Bobby, or again, I want to start looking at what we have, the timeline of events, really. Anybody has anything to say? All right, thank you so much again. If you're watching, if you haven't taken a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't. Let's see what we have here. The first one we heard, again, Chelsea have reopened talks with Benfica over trying to sign Enzo Fernandez. A story to follow. And this is just like about 30 minutes later or even less. The story changed to Chelsea prepared to pay 105 for Enzo, but Rui Costa still has no intention. Actually, this story came out first. Chelsea's willingness to pay up came out first. But this, again, I think Pies had to retweet this again because maybe he checked and he was aligned with it again as events unfolded. He saw, okay, this actually better suited at that point. And actually, it rhymed. Again, it aligned quite well. Enzo Fernandez has told Benfica he wants to leave again, which means this is the second time or so. And which is the reason why I'm saying if by tomorrow Benfica still, again, there's no agreement in place, there's a chance he snaps. Roger, your thoughts?
No, I completely agree. I think his head has been turned by the looks of it. I really do. I'm still perplexed, when I read like Fabrizio's comment about Rui actually. I forgot the verbatim, but basically
people have said that this is false, though.
I can't hear you.
Go ahead, Roger.
People have said that this is false. People said it's false.
People are saying it's false.
That he told them he wants to leave again. People have said that it's false. That is false because they report it in Portugal and Argentina, and everybody else is saying that it's false, and that Ben Jacobs is not speaking the truth about that aspect. I don't know if it's true.
I think it's easy to say it's false because he's behaving himself. He's not rebelling. Go ahead, Roger. But I get that there's a chance. Again, no way to tell is the truth. But go ahead, Roger, with what you're saying, assuming this is the truth.
Yeah, so assuming, then it says that Rui is saying that he doesn't wish to accept it. I'm still perplexed. Does he even have the ability to refuse it? Because if you put a buyout clause in a contract, that's exactly what it is. It's a buyout clause. So I'm not sure about the legitimacy of where his logic is coming from. I'm talking about, when I say his, I'm talking about Ruiz.
I think people are conflicting two things.
Conflating.
Yeah, there was a supposed offer of is it 100 million or is it 70 million plus players, and then there's the discussion in and around a payment structure up to the release clause value, which is £105.
Sure.
And then there's the release clause. So what I think this is my own deduction. I'm piecing all the bits of information together. What I think Rui Costa might be digging his heels in about is the release clause and not wanting any other type of deal in and around the release clause.
He will
what
only
seems to
accept
be
the release clause. Is that what you're saying?
That's what seems to be happening, and
Sure.
that's always been his stance. So Chelsea are trying to see if they can avoid that.
So what is this 120 million that's, is that in euros? Is that, I hear a lot of 120 million, but I don't hear the currency.
Yeah, that's in euros.
Sure,
in pounds,
okay.
It's 105 pounds.
Got it.
Chelsea are trying to avoid that, but with the amount of sort of high-powered interest and delegation, I think if it really comes to it, like if it gets to tomorrow and they're still talking, then Chelsea will trigger the release clause.
Yes.
Another thing that's of interest is that the people that actually flew out there was Christopher Vival and I've forgotten the name of the other guy. It wasn't Paul Winstanley.
No, it wasn't him. It was
and Egbali.
It was a third person, wasn't there?
Tells me, dare I say it, that they haven't taken their eye off this Brighton situation, because Winstanley will be the Brighton negotiating man. So because he came from there.
Yeah.
So to me, the strategy looks quite clear. Let's see what happens.
So do you think we even have a chance with Caicedo?
Money talks.
No, that's true, and you know what walks.
But beyond money, FFP. Yeah, I think they were paying. Yeah.
Forget FFP. These guys have it locked down. That's why they're pushing hard with the long contracts.
Yes,
they've got it all sewn up. You know, that's what.
Sorry, Bob. I think if UEFA hadn't modified their contract structure from next window onwards, I'm not sure whether, I'm not saying one or both will transpire this window, but I don't think we'll be pushing that hard. If we were able to structure long-term deals in the future after this window, perhaps we may not have signed one or both of them this window. I think this is the incentivizing factor for them both.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, this is obviously a trigger for some sort of acceleration, but I think they would have accelerated this anyway. I really think they want the squad complete by next summer. Some decisions will be made in summer. That's when the building of the playing side starts.
Yes.
They may make maybe another one or two more buys. Then the big guns, the big directors and people, I think once the playing side is sorted, their next full attention is on the stadium. You can see that already, the stadium, and buying other clubs. But they need to get the playing oil, the playing machine well oiled with these new players and the revamp, and then they can let Potter and his lot do their job and face the other phase of this Chelsea project.
Also, I think they want to give this manager and coaching staff the best possibility to make top four, if at all possible, this window, in case we don't win the Champions League, which is not the greatest odds, let's be honest. But I think also that they want to precipitate this as soon as possible. So
yeah, I mean, to be honest, talking about winning the Champions League right now, we give it a go, but one game at a time, really.
And it is a knockout tournament, so to speak. So it's a lot easier than probably making top four, let's be honest. But still, there's some.
I don't know if easy is the right word.
Well, you know what? Easier, shall we say? Because making top four is not going to be. It's going to be really hard.
I think they're both going to be really hard.
Oh no, I concur.
But
neither is a walk in the park.
Yeah, it's but
right. Let's break it down a bit to language those in the audience will understand. I think we're going really deep. It would take some listening to
we're only
that.
speaking English, Coach. We're not speaking Japanese.
No, in terms of the times what we're going into. But go ahead. I'll let you flow.
No,
that's fine. It's fine.
Shut up.
No, but you understand what I mean, Roger?
Kind of. I'm not sure.
I don't think you understand what I mean by that. Just go ahead, Bobby. Like I said, I'll wait to drop. I'm just explaining. We're going deeper than I think most people will be interested in.
I see what you're saying about why the main reason of our strategy.
Again,
okay, yeah,
exactly. Most people don't. They're not going to pay attention to that. So let me give those in the chat again a bit of audience. So then we'll come back. We'll still continue looking at the timeline. This particular comment, I get your comments here, but the aspect that's saying it hasn't been adjusted. It hasn't. Enzo did not accept the 2 million offer from what we're hearing for them to adjust it to 150 million. It hasn't happened really. Again, Chelsea owner, I'm not sure what you're saying there, Namaya. Hi, to me, again, we should forget about that Enzo deal because from the look of things, they don't want to sell the player. Usually clubs never want to sell, but I can assure you they want to sell. They just want to squeeze out as much money as possible.
There's a difference between don't want to sell or will not sell.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for again putting it that way. I appreciate that. And Chelsea are willing to pay up to 150 or 160 million euros for Enzo. Daniel Garcia, you have to spend money to say this. Yeah, you can get them both fine. For me, I don't care if Rice joins Arsenal or not. Honestly, I'll tell you that. Casado may be, but thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Again, I cannot see Enzo leaving though. Let's see what happens. CFC given 105 and rest in installments. I think that's what we're fighting for. And Bobby Fairview, thank you, my bro. Thank you for finding the time to join the show this evening. Hold on. I'm seeing something from Fabrizio Romano. Okay. Okay, nothing too special, just something he's releasing the video. He hasn't said, here we go. Again, if Boehly closes the Enzo deal, then I have to credit him with a decent window. Would have preferred another midfielder and right back immediately, but cannot do it all.
Wow, Coach, that is high praise indeed coming from Bobby Fairview. My God, that shows this really is a big deal.
No, it is a huge deal. Emotions are actually running high now in the Chelsea fan base. But again, the man deserves some credit. I think they've done a very, very good job. I am surprised to see that Barca is tired of hijacking. It takes money to hijack. Yeah, if that makes any sort of sense. And Chelsea fans should feel happy to get Mudryk instead of Rafinha. Losing Rafinha was a blessing in disguise. I'm hearing they're actually contemplating selling him as soon as possible. Enzo and Chelsea, boom, Fabrizio Romano. But that's not here we go. If you know his trademark, here we go means it's done and dusted. The reason we don't want to pay the release clause is because of the 40 million tax. I've heard that before, and then we're not going to do that. So with that, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. We'll start looking at the timeline again. Anything else to address here? Esamano says again, Mohammed says Enzo to Chelsea, boom. I don't know, Ty, can you take your time, watch the video in the background, see what you understand. Dave Bernard is club secretary and has to sign off on behalf of the club. Okay, thank you so much for that, Esamano. Enzo wants this move, so Benfica cannot refuse so much money. That's the truth. Again, he's going to snap at one point if they keep refusing that. Once the young players realize how poor Potter is as a manager, they are going. I really don't want to talk about Potter this evening. Good night. I hope Enzo is done tomorrow. Go get some sleep, Nemanja. Let's see you tomorrow, brother. Much love. Daniel Crane says owners on board. The entire Chelsea structure 100% involved and focused to get Enzo. That makes me happy. Again, their numbers still must be pointing them to Enzo, really. They're not just, again, going there. Again, if you're watching, if you haven't, keep liking the stream, guys. Let's get it to 200 likes as soon as possible. We need just 18 more to get it to 200 likes, and it looks like we may well hit a 300 plus today by the time the show ends. Nothing new. Kingsley again, our official Chelsea are willing to pay 150 to 160 in euros. Please be specific. They wouldn't be if it hadn't if there's no chance that it go to, they wouldn't be in Portugal right now. Enzo is everything Chelsea needs in the midfield, but I have to be honest, Mukajay, Abhik, let me just call it Abhik. The second one is a bit difficult to pronounce. I have to be honest here. Again, he's just part of a solution and not the entire solution itself, if that makes any sort of sense. Mohamed Wusa, the information I have right now from Fabrizio that Chelsea that Enzo to Chelsea is boom, but Liverpool and Man United have a new bid for what player? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. You're going to drop all the money up front? Nope, I don't think that happens. Yes, people keep liking the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's Kami, big up, bro. I hope you are doing well. Please do let us know. Afternoon, coach. Again, currently at work, so I have my earphones in, and the stream is playing in my pocket. Enjoy it, brother. Again, and please be safe at work. Don't lose your job because of the show. Enzo is everything Chelsea needs in the midfield. No, I think he's part of a group of players that will form the solution to the issues we have. There's no one man that's again a solution. That's everything we need, really. If we're being honest, Todd Boehly and Behad Igbali are really pushing for Enzo. They are prepared to offer crazy money, prepared to meet the 105 million pounds clause of evaluation of the player via Fabrizio Romano YouTube. Okay, now there you go. That's some clarity as to what Fabrizio Romano said with the boom. Again, hell panel, never underestimate Chelsea winning the Champions League. Even without Enzo, we can all, we've seen that before. When you think we can, we usually get it done. Okay, now I'm going to stop reading for a while. The chat is on fire. And like I said, I should be sleeping, but I'm gulping quite a lot of coffee to stay awake and sound like I'm strong. Enzo is coming home. Come on, you, Chelsea. Yeah, let's see him as soon as possible. Don Fresher, thank you so much. And Coachella, you did not get any notifications. I know. I recognize that my phone, I do that all the time. That's probably because the show started a few minutes after it was scheduled. So the system didn't get a chance to send out notifications. So it's not in any way your fault. I didn't expect us to start so soon. And Marcus Dungon Senior, let Chelsea sign this player. I hope it happens. Anthony Tope says again, like and follow and subscribe to the channel. Let's push for 300 likes. We can actually do that. We're closing in 4 more to get it to 200, so we can get to 300. Only if you guys keep liking. Base Studios Enzo to Chelsea is fire. I like creativity, and believe me, I like your logo. The B and the S there, it's awesome. Really, I like it. I am really enjoying this conversation. Thank you so much, Newman Isaac. Music to our ears. Let's go, Chelsea. Anything else? Again, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Then I'll try to get your subsequent contributions as much as I can. If you don't mind. Let me see. Anything else? What do I have lined up here? Okay, let's go there. This one, Enzo Fernandez has today told Benfica he's going to leave. Bobby, I don't know if you want to talk about that. Like I said, if by tomorrow they still haven't agreed on something and it's down to Benfica stubbornness, that he's going to snap. We'll see him doing something, again, aligned with what Casado is currently doing, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Chelsea and Benfica,
it's very clear that the only stumbling block to this deal is coming from the Benfica and player. Everybody wants it to happen, so let's see how long they will keep their stance.
Coach? Can you hear Coach?
No, I don't know. Has he frozen?
No, I was again. It was on mute, and I didn't realize that. Don't mind me. That's what I'm saying. I'm really tired. Mentally, I'm tired. Here we go. From who? Your source? I want to know. It's not here we go yet. Yes, guys, please keep liking the stream. Let's get it to 300 now, because we need 1 to reach 200. We can get it to 300, and if we get it to 300, Roger would do push up on camera. I can assure you that. Is it possible for Chelsea to sign both Enzo and Casado? I doubt that, but Bobby thinks we can. But to me, I think it's going to be a bit too much, given what Brighton are quoting, the price they're quoting, and Arsenal are really interested. Manchester United and Liverpool are getting interested in Casado. Okay, yeah, the drama will be prolonged. Chelsea need Enzo so much. We do need him, Kelvin. Emeka Chukwuemeka, what's the Emeka from? On Emeka, let me know. If Enzo signs for Chelsea, loves to Sheik, or Conor Gallagher will go out I'm not sure who goes out. I'm not sure. Al Hassan says, go all out for Enzo Chelsea. Please, my greetings to you and your viewers. You too, my brother. Usman Al Hassan, thank you, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Chelsea needs Enzo to complete the jigsaw. He's part of a solution. He's not just, him alone cannot be the solution. Enzo, again, we Chelsea fans are waiting for you. We hope to see you as soon as possible. Please, yeah, come. Enzo cannot wait. Here we go. Ugoke, Tobechiku Ugoke. I think that name sounds like a name from Ogu. In Enugu State, do let me know if I got that one correctly. I still haven't forgotten my place. Let's all big up the coach for this stream and for streaming for you us today. Big up to you, more importantly, for supporting the channel, because it is you. You're the reason why we're growing as fast as we're doing right now. I think it's muted. Yeah, I was really. You're paying attention. Thank you. Drop a like again for the hardest working man on YouTube. We're all doing it together. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If Chelsea sign Enzo, we're going to be untouchable. Oh, Nkunku, name them again. We'll be on fire. One again, Enzo, again, join the Mighty Blues. Yep, come on, let's do it. That sounds like Patois there. We get Enzo the Rice. What's next? What's next? Messi. Todd got his plan. Yeah, I'm not the biggest. Rice's our biggest fan, but if the club wants him, who am I to blow against the wind? Let it happen. Essa again, the Mambure. Then we have two Essas here, Essa Mano and Essa Mambure. Thank you so much. Much thanks to you, brother. Come on, let's go. Even the Portuguese, Junos are now tweeting. Wow, it's getting serious. Enzo, come to Chelsea. Let's do that again. Gabriel Jeremiah. That's two delicious names. Two names I love. Biblical names I love so much. This Chelsea team can win this year Champions League because we now have a strong team. We do. Twitter is gonna be frozen tomorrow, even this evening. But that's, by the way. Anybody want to add anything, or should we go to the next topic on the screen? Let's do that. Okay, this one here, Chelsea Benfica, ideally, the one is sorted out. Benfica want it done so they can move on. We want it done. And if it gets done today, Benfica still has like 2 days. They still have like 2 days to sign a new player or replacement. Chelsea officials could travel. They're already there. So this is we're just going through the timeline of events. And I think, I don't think it ends this evening. I don't think, Roger, do you think there's that possibility everything ends this evening?
That's hard to speculate. That's
it's hard to, but the same in the case of Mudryk, it's almost the same time.
Yeah,
right. But go ahead.
The Ruiz, whatever his name is, Benfica, they must be hot under the collar right now. They must be feeling it. They really must. They need to turn up their air conditioner because Chelsea are bringing the heat. Seriously.
I'm feeling the heat too, even though I'm not part of the negotiations, but go ahead.
No, it really is. It's okay. We're not Real Madrid, but we're not exactly Grimsby Town either. You know, we're a pretty big club, and when a team, especially with our pedigree now and our financial backing and our heritage, comes a knocking, it's hard to turn it down, especially from the player's perspective. And listen, 15 million for this chap when they bought him, they can't be complaining, you know, because their return on investment is substantial, to put it mildly. I mean, I wish my 401k.
Why the reluctance? If you don't mind talking about it, why the reluctance? Isn't it simply to get more money out, squeeze more money out of us?
Of course, I don't think it's they want to keep him to play out the season. That doesn't appear to be the case. What appears to be the case is that they, for all intents and purposes, let's be honest here, I think they are a little bit greedy. And yes, it's business, but I mean, then what do you want? Then you should be buying a player for £5.99 instead of for 150 million. Come on, it's ridiculous. This is not the norm with regards to the percentage of ROI. It's simple as that. That they're making a substantial amount of profit in a very short period of time, by the way, I should add. you know. So he hasn't been there long.
Very short period of time indeed. Yeah.
So it's not like
let's see.
It's not like he was playing for their academy since the age of 8, you know. So there's no sentimental feeling or anything. So this is just pure greed on their behalf. In my opinion.
And Pedro, good one there, Roger. I appreciate the update. Again, that's why I always like to have you on the panel. Pedro Almeida has just tweeted. What did he say, Daniel Crane? Again, apologies that Nightbot deleted your messages because probably you use more than one emoji. And here we have again, Tobechiku Walker says, I'm from Nsukka, Edani, Enugu State. And pardon me, guys, I'm going to speak my dialect a bit. Unum Dalu, thank you and welcome to the show. I appreciate you finding time to join. I just said hello to him in my dialect, if you guys don't mind. Let's see what we have here. If we get Enzo, Chelsea attack will be frightening. It will be indeed. We're coming for Enzo guns blazing. Yes, again, I believe if Chelsea sign Enzo Fernandez, it will be a surprise to you. Or again, on Moises Caicedo deal on deadline day. I still don't think we're gonna get them both. Roger, I want to know what you think, really.
Listen, it's getting nighttime-ish. So when you put your head on your pillow and you have and you have a Kante in a midfield, you have an Enzo and maybe a Caicedo or a Rice. I know that's a nightmare for you, but it's a good dream, regardless of one of those two players. That's a formidable midfield, gentlemen. Assuming we play with a 3. Seriously, that's. I
understand that, but do you think we'd spend the money to get them both? Plus, we have two new entrants into the fold of those vying for the signature of Caicedo, which means there's a chance the price goes to 150 million or so, actually. But go ahead.
I believe that because of, and I've said this before, because of what UEFA are now restricting going forward after this window, I believe it behooves Chelsea to actually try to tie down as many good players, not just any player, not just any Roger, any player that can actually play at a very high standard, like Caicedo, for instance, or an Enzo, that we can use with an elongated contract, a 7-8 year contract. This will help us out financially incredibly. That makes a difference. So, yeah, I believe they will try their utmost based on this. And I know Bobby's right, even perhaps without this stipulation, that they probably would go out for it anyway. But I think this incentivizes them even more than previously, in my opinion. Hello? Is anyone there?
You're not alone, Roger. You're not alone, Roger.
I thought he kicked me out. So no, that's my opinion. That's my opinion, chaps. You know, I'm
sorry, man.
No, don't be. It's I really believe that to be a incentivizing reason more than normal. Let's put it that way. So I would not be surprised to see us add Enzo and Caicedo, or Enzo and Rice, someone of that ilk, if you know what I mean. Because their window to have an 8-year contract going forward is negated. So they're getting an advantage if they can do this, because most other teams are not doing this and can't do it. You know, they don't have deep pockets. So I think they want to capitalize on this advantage that we have, because it's timed out in 48 hours or so.
Yeah, again, let me catch up with some stuff. I want to get Ty's thoughts whether he thinks we can still get both Enzo and Caicedo this same window. I think it's going to be very difficult. And I see Courtney begging me for my coffee in the chat. Like the video, guys. We're 214 likes. Let's try and get it to 250 at least by the time the show ends. The poll has 285 votes, which means we should have something close to that. But Ty enlightened me the other day that it does show up on the community tab, so people are just clicking on it, so it doesn't really reflect on how many people that has liked the video. But 218, that's actually excellent. You guys you people are absolute legends. So thank you for that.
Yes,
it has happened, Ty.
No, I'm just saying that Yes, you're getting closer to the light or something.
Oh, you're killing me, Ty. You're killing me.
He knew exactly what he was doing. If you ask me, he knew that we're asking whether the deal is done or not, and I'm going to find a way to get back to you, Ty.
Drop down, give me 20 push-ups.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll be right.
You want me to turn on my camera and do it?
I'm teasing, but geez, I thought you read something that we sealed it. Oh man, that's yeah. So so what do you think, Ty? Do you think we can land at least one, if not two?
Honestly, I think we can. I think we can land both, but not in one window. Obviously, well, we can in one window, but I mean one as a pre-agreement for the summer and one no, or probably two for the summer, depending on what it is. Because I think what many people are forgetting is that and it was reported back in the summer as well, and with the sale process that that they'll be taking out a loan of 500 million to invest in the club and to invest in transfers being brought in. And 500 million does not mean that 500 million is the only amount that they had, but they also, they loaned that, and they also had the amount that they had to promise to put into the club to help improve the academy, the first team, well, the men's first team, and the Chelsea women first team as well. And obviously the academy covers the female one, which is barely mentioned. But other than that, I think we can land both if in one window. I mean, to get them both at the club to join in January, I think that's kind of impossible. But one is likely this window, probably the other one in the summer. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah, again, thank you so much, Ty. I had to go take care of this guys. They nearly started throwing a punch at each other, but I'm glad that didn't happen. What is more club representatives are what more clubs what is more club representatives are expected to be in Portugal to get the deal over the line? Chelsea's 11 is going to be one to envy. Yep. Again, and my brother needs from the Blue Clouds Media. If you haven't, please go check out again Blue Clouds Media. Make sure to subscribe. Let him send you. Please, when you get a chance, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Please do that. If I try to share it myself, the screen will be frozen. No other football club has seen such a transfer business ever. Even as we're struggling, you'd think players wouldn't want to join us. So I think we're doing a good job selling the project to young players and even established players that we've signed so far. Please, again, don't forget to go check out Need Zion's YouTube channel. You can click on the 3 dots to his name. It will say, go to China, go there. If you didn't get the time to share the link to his channel. Yep, I agree with you. Finally, he says, Rui Costa will balk 1 point. Who the hell can refuse such money? Again, if he sees there's a possibility for him to actually get more money, he will refuse this one. So, yeah, I get it, even though it's huge. Again, I'm hoping Chelsea to sign Enzo. I'm taking 2 days off work. I've got to stay on YouTube and other channels. Yeah, what's the term for it? Should I say to revel in it? I don't know if that works. 2 signings to Chelsea, Enzo and Caicedo. I'm 100% sure Caicedo will be blue. Okay, let's see. Bernard Comedy, let's say if that happens. Bernard, do you have a YouTube channel? If you do, please, again, I wouldn't mind helping get other people to go check it out because you've been, again, a very good supporter of this channel and I'm paying attention. So thank you. Again, we appreciate you. Caicedo to Arsenal, here we go. I think he may well end up at Arsenal. I can really smell the sweet scent of aroma for the kind of young players we're cooking. We are not cooking the players. I disagree with this one.
And you read it so beautifully.
And I read it so well. But I understand what you mean. So,
Coach, what do you have in your coffee?
Exactly. I was about to ask that.
Do I sound like I'm way too awake?
No,
That's
no,
some
you know,
good brandy.
probably it's like
No,
those
it's very
detergents. Probably
strong.
like those detergents where it's high aroma, so it probably has a higher
It's
aroma.
it's a Colombian brand.
Oh my
roasted.
lord, that doesn't make it better.
I don't drink coffee, so I wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't. I cannot again perform again anything without coffee because I have a lot going on. Reading my books again, grading assignments and all that. But that's why when we move on, we will surely be dreadful once again in a few months. What? Okay. We're not going to get them both. I don't think so. Courtney, you and I the same. New tweets, Ben Jacob. What does he say? Ty, did you see that? Did you see anything from Ben Jacobs? All we tweet again, all he tweeted was again those emojis. Who did? Ben Jacobs? Coach, can I get some of the
Pedro
who?
Pedro Almeida.
Oh, okay. He's explaining because I asked him what did he say. Okay, all right. Thank you so much again. I'm so, bro. You sure you want some of this coffee? Okay, I'll find a way to send it to you, Courtney. Much love, brother. And to which you say again, Dalo, my brother, you're doing well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I like when I see my people. I like to show them, you look, I'm one of you. Again, I don't shy away from speaking our dialect. I can still speak it quite well. The fact again, tweets keep coming. Hours and hours. It tells me, yeah, something is happening. More like the Modric 2.0. If you want, if Todd Boehly pulls this Enzo deal off, we're gonna design him a banner, a statue outside. View them a statue outside Stamford Bridge. Let me see what these people is doing. That their message is being deleted. They're using a foreign language, and sorry about that. And I don't understand what you're typing. I can't. Elon Musk can bring Genius Boehly onto the board of directors. Okay, so we have the most exciting project in the world. You could argue that's what again attracting the young players to us, and it's really working. We are getting closer. Yes. Again, please guys keep liking the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We are at 224 likes, and that's not easy. Let's get it to 300 as soon as possible. And I know we can. Dixon, again, I am confident about the Enzo deal. Dixon Donut, DD, I like your name. It's easy to make a nickname off of it. Enzo, wow, again, I am from Rwanda, East Africa. Nice to see you, my brother. Again, welcome to the channel. Feel at home. Share the channel with other people you know. Let them know they will enjoy this show. Chelsea new history. Yeah, don't use more than one exclamation mark. Again, Mount, spelled M-A-U-N-T. Again, so that the machine don't keep timing you out. Yeah, Chelsea Enzo, JJ Okocha. Yeah, I'm familiar with that name, but I'm sure you're just using his name. That's not you. Again, if you're the real JJ, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Imagine Enzo with Kante. Yeah, Kante gives him the independence to do whatever he wants going forward. Casado going somewhere else, I believe. It looks more like it, but some people think it still come to us. It was 800 million operations cost, not 500. I'm not sure what SMNO is responding to. Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea is a done deal by tomorrow. Okay, will be a done deal by tomorrow. And here's the link to my brother, Ty Tux. Again, go check his YouTube channel. This time he didn't say go check my channel. Ty, you should have done that. It makes it easy for people to understand what the link is for. But although I pinned it, go check out his channel. Make sure to subscribe. Believe me, you're not going to regret it. You will thank me later when you see me. Murana says, Chelsea representatives are already in Benfica trying to, yep, they are there. They're negotiating face to face. Casado, very, very expensive. Yep, and then the price can only go up even more. Dream to Chelsea, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip quite a few stuff here. Oh my goodness, quite a lot to read. Benjamin Enzo will not come to Chelsea. Okay, probably is Casado. Okay, thank you so much. Coachella has Irish coffee with plenty. No, I'm not that much into alcohol. I have to be honest. Every now and then I do, but again, it's not my thing, really. But again, I'm not gonna get into that. So just stop. Let's see. one of the other, not both. Yeah, I still think so. I think correct. Fred, thank you for saying that. Arsenal internally discussing the possibility to make 70 million bid and add-ons included. I don't think they get them if Manchester United and Liverpool are interested. Yes, people keep liking the stream. We're 229 likes right now. Let's get it to 250 and shoot for 300 as soon as possible. Please, Casado and Enzo. Let's see what we have here. Enzo is better than Casado. They're both two different players. You can say Casado offers more defensively. Enzo offers more offensively. If anybody's on the panel that thinks otherwise, please do let me know. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go back to looking at the timeline again. We know that these guys are already not him. We don't know. I can't say specifically who and who. Again, those that are in Portugal already representing the club in the negotiation table, I don't know. Chelsea have offered Enzo a 7.5-year contract with an option to make it 8.5 years. I'm not sure how you structured that. Yeah, but that's
8.5 years. Did it say 8.5 years?
Yeah. Look, let me show you.
So that means I can be Sherlock. I can be Sherlock Tyrone again, and say that we'll be giving them at least 15 million.
What did you do correctly, Ty? That makes you Sherlock Ty again. I want to hear.
Nehemiah. Is it Nehemiah? Is that the name? Nehemiah
Fawole. My Niger brother. He's not in the chat right now. What did he do?
Remember when he timed out and then hit somebody because they were
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, I remember that. That was when you told us you are you're
Sherlock Tyrone, because I came to I had cracked the puzzle. I cracked the case.
You know you can't retract that name, right? Enzo is better than Casado. Okay, I'll keep calling you that. Again, please, has Gusto signed for Chelsea, signed and sealed. He joins in July, according to Fabrizio Romano. And again, the club the club have announced him. His work. Again, he's taking some photos with the club's shirt. We have an official announcement already, right?
On
for Gusto.
Yes, we did. Remember, Chelsea posted
exactly.
videos of him and said that he's kind of signed on to 2030.
Exactly, yeah. So, no, I'm just trying to, again, tell the brother here. So go check the club's website. You'll see all those things, his statement and all that. We actually Bobby did talk about his statement, actually, because he watched it too. Wow, thank God for that. Ghana Charleston, I'm guessing I don't know where you're from, but nice to see you, brother. Ghana Charleston, welcome to the show. People, again, if I was to stay awake, Awake Summit can happen at any time, really. Again, yes, Augusto has signed yesterday. Thank you for confirming that. I'm from Burundi. Me and I prefer Casado. Okay. Enzo, because Casado knows EPL very well. That's no guarantee. But I get your argument. Ty, can you positively jinx Aubameyang, please?
Okay, you know
Ty
what?
has a job.
You know what? Aubameyang, I did that actually. Remember, me and DJ back on the 24-hour deadline day show. I said that Aubameyang would come in and he'd work wonders for Chelsea. He'd be that missing piece. And DJ was agreeing with everything I said. So I jinxed him already. So if you want me to jinx him to say he's not gonna leave, he's not gonna leave.
Let me give you this. He wants Aubameyang to stay. So you know how to jinx it for it to happen.
Hey, gentlemen.
You know what? Oh well, then that means he's gonna leave. We're gonna get him sold to Atletico Madrid. Yeah,
gentlemen, may I ask? Do you think Casado stays in the Premier League if he moves, or would he go overseas?
Yeah, most likely.
You never know these days because a lot of clubs could get interested in them from different countries, and that may turn his head.
Most likely is indefinite.
The reason why I ask is I really don't want him going to Arsenal or actually any one of our opponents in this league. Actually, to be honest with you,
just because we also have interest.
We also have.
No, I think there's a strong possibility if Casado doesn't come to Chelsea, then he's probably going to go to Arsenal. it seems like they've got deep pockets now. This will be the third year which, they're going to spend over 100 million each year. I know that's nothing nowadays, but it's quite a bit of money still. So
yeah, it is. It is.
And Arsenal are looking good, and if they can compete financially, even remotely, that doesn't bode well for us. Just being realistic.
Yeah,
So,
I think they really want to win it. They really want to win the league.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Oh
why
my
they're
God,
willing
I
to
hate
spend
these
that much money to
owners,
get
man.
Casado. Yeah,
What's the matter, Ty?
230 likes to 63 likes. Again,
Somebody just
263
changed the name
views.
to Fabrizio
We should,
Romano and said that here we go.
Sorry?
Somebody just
yeah.
changed
A lot
the
of
name.
people are like that. Yeah. It happens all the time, you know that. And they still gain subscribers with that nonsense. But that's why, anyway, again, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We are at 244 likes. Let's get it to 50 and shoot for 300. I think we can get there. Gusto is in. Yep, you get your update there. What do we have? Just talking with Kim So. And Chinon So Chosen says Enzo, again, he is the best option of the two. Maybe the way I want to put it, I'm not going to say he's better or maybe Casado is better. I'm just going to say, if you present the two of them to me and say, again, prioritize one, I will prioritize Enzo because we still have what's his name, Zakaria at the club. Kante will still come back, so we're
Exactly.
we're kind of good in that aspect. Again, the defensive
With
aspect of the whole thing
creativity.
until the end of the season. Yeah, exactly. If that makes any sort of sense, but I'm not going to go into saying which of the two players is better than the other. Yes, people, keep smashing the like button. 246. Let's get it to 250 and shoot for 300. Hi, Coachella. Why can't we play again Andre Santos in the midfield? We brought him in, and I expect to see the kid in action, even if he is still young. We'll play him. I think
My video will say why.
So go check out Ty Talk's YouTube channel. You will see the link at the top. Make sure you watch a video. And here's the thing: if Santos isn't playing, if he doesn't join, become part of the first team, probably he has a work permit issue. He's such a talent, and I think even Graham Potter knows he needs him. He's a box to box. He can finish, and he's an intelligent player. Go see highlights of goals. I'm sure you've seen that. That's probably why you're asking why isn't he part of the team. So I think he has a work permit issue. But like I've said before, his exploits at the competition where he's at right now, the under-20s South American competition, he scored about 3 goals or so. And those are not easy to score goals. One is a headed goal from a dead ball situation. The other one is a situation where he read the game. I think it was against Argentina. The Argentine defense, they were trying to readjust, and he exploited the space they left behind. He could have gone sideways and tried to make a run, but he ran with the ball and exploited the space and then finished excellently. A delicious finish at that. If you like to hear such.
Coach, has anyone actually watched the full game of him playing in that competition yet? I haven't watched it.
I think a lot of people have. I haven't. But if you stay on Twitter, you see people watching the game. I see again those games that he's played already as they were going on, and we're again saying can put it up some comments, live comments about how well he's doing, how well he's playing.
I did actually, Roger. But,
you did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and somebody's making reference and saying that he should be brought in, and I would agree, give him a chance. But the work permit thing is still a possible issue. But you never know. Maybe it isn't, and he just was allowed to go to get some game time because he obviously probably hasn't played a lot of competitive games in a while.
Yeah.
But for what I did see of him, I watched the game and I fell asleep for another game. I wanted to watch it of him playing. I watched the game when they played against Argentina and saw the goal he scored and everything. One issue that he has is that yes, he's young and this is understandable, but sometimes his awareness can be a bit off. And most of the times
How old is he?
He's 18.
18.
18.
I'm sure Sherlock Ty knows why I asked that question. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's understandable because of his age. But
No, I understand. I
that's
was
one of
just
the
looking for your
issues that
trouble. You did put out this a disclaimer first. You understand he's 18, so that's very common. But go ahead, Ty.
yeah. So in terms of that, his awareness can be off, but which is why most of the time he's not really utilized, especially when he was at Vasco Gama as that player to really help the defensive side. He does come in and he can win the ball back and then create a chance. But most of the time, even when in the offensive side, he's more of the second player in the build up. So instead of rather him starting it, because he does have the ability, but if you look at his stats, and if you look at his game by minute, you see that he's not utilized in that way by
Mhm.
both coaches. So I guess in a sense that aspect of it is a risk to just put that pressure on him. I know that we're desperate to see players that have creativity and desperate to see players who can be utilized as that defensive midfielder,
Yeah.
but his awareness is an issue and it needs to be developed first. But he can win the ball back. He has a build that lets him keep the ball, but even then he can make a lot of mistakes. He tries to keep the ball, then he goes backwards, and then sometimes the passes are not accurate, and then he gives the ball away. So you're gonna have to be careful, and you can't expect a lot from him if Potter does indeed give him a chance when he comes back.
I understand. What about his physicality?
Yeah,
Because
his physicality.
he's
He's
good.
very physical. Like I said, he has the
He's a big boy too.
yeah.
Oh, really?
That's the
Because he
thing.
hasn't finished growing at the age of 18, so that's good.
Yeah, he's 5'9", by the way.
Oh, I thought, okay.
Yeah, so
But
so
he's bulky, isn't it?
yeah. So and that's something that you can work on, but I don't believe in players being too bulky because
Of
it gives me
course.
my long star vibes, and I want to go to heaven. What did I say that?
You think
Go
he can
ahead,
play
Ty.
for us next year?
Sorry, what did you say?
You think he's good enough for next year, or is it too premature?
Um, I think it would be better if we let him stick with the youth team. I know some people wouldn't like that, but I think it would be better you stick with the youth team. The youth team need help as well, and it would be better there because he will be able to develop his attentiveness and his awareness there. I mean, look at
Exactly.
Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall has been utilized as a left back, a midfield, and in the midfield role, you have to be aware. And he's still, you can see that he's still developing Lewis Hall, but you can see a difference where he's very aware, he's very defensive sound. He tries to win the ball back,
For an
and Andrew
18-year-old,
Santos
yeah.
could also be beneficial of that. So it's not a case where he can come in and do something, but to play him and to say that you use him over the starting midfielders that we have, it'll be a big risk
Mhm.
because his awareness is still isn't up there. But he can create, he can score goals as people have seen. And the goals he scores is not basic tapping goals, it's shots from distance with power. So he knows how to strike a ball good. He has the Brazilian flair and the South American
So he's got a
shooting
good
ability.
center of gravity.
Yeah, so he's aware and he can make those passes, but obviously it could be coach's decision, him not making those creative passes. But when he does make those passes, they most of the time they can lead to goal opportunities, but sometimes they're not finished by his teammates.
All right, let me give those in the chat some audience, and then we'll come back to what we have lined up there. It's get talking to Esa Mano. I learned that there's a division between the Benfica board over Enzo's deal. Yep. Again, we've talked about that in a bit, but thank you for bringing it up again. Enzo Fernandez and Casado will be a killer squad for Chelsea, but can we get them both? Walter or Moreg? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Daniel Crane, have you seen these fans again signing a petition because of the amount of money we are
Yes, a
sending?
Man City
It's
fan.
actually Man City fans.
Yeah, he says
It doesn't
his name
change.
is Professor Cams. If you look it up on Pice retweeted and said it's
Mhm.
Professor Cams or Dams. What are the names, man? I don't remember which one it is.
They've
but-
got a cheek.
Yeah, so it's to say a petition.
it-
Oh, they need to be Chelsea need to be investigated for how they were able to pull off Felix, Mudrik, Nuni, Maduki, and now they want Enzo
Oh,
Fernandez. They need to be
go
evaluated.
away.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think it's just childish, really, because
Exactly.
even if they are out, I don't know if the person in question is living under a rock. If they are in the real world, even those every person with a Twitter account can tell. Well, FIFA has found out it's a loophole, and we exploited that excellently. So they have to change the rules after this transfer window and all that. It's absolute nonsense. I don't. It doesn't worry me, Daniel Crane, and I know it doesn't worry you too. But it's funny, like you said, it's really funny.
It's
Please, how's
sad,
our
actually.
contract renewal with? Yeah, it's sad, really. With Thiago Silva, I think we're working on it. And, I think it's going to work. I think we're going to extend his stay at the club. Roger, no foreign club is paying 80 million. 80 million. We'll pay 80 million for him. I
Jesus
think
of
the
mercy.
Premier League clubs will end up paying more because they feel like he has Premier League experience. I think it makes sense, this argument right there. Says again, please, we need Enzo. Yeah, Graham Potter will give me a call like in 20 minutes and I'll tell him, they couldn't let my brother, if that makes sense. Again, Man City will be protesting if we get Enzo. Nathaniel Okosio, they
And
can
guess
cry.
what? The petition has zero people have signed it.
Because it's stupid, really. If you're being honest, it's stupid. Please like and support the channel to grow. Ghana Charles and my West African brother says, please do that. If we should keep Zakaria, what kind of contract would he be offered? Courtney, I know you know exactly what you... Don't ask me this sort of question as if I'm part of the board. But one thing is sure, he's not going to get a lengthy contract. It'll probably be a 3+1 or 2+1. They'd be cautious. But yeah, most likely 2+1. They'd be very cautious, given this. Again, you can actually argue there's that fear. Again, there's that fear that he's injury prone. So if you can go ahead and talk about that more. Somebody wants me to show something, but I'm going to try to find it. I don't want my screen to freeze as I try to find something here.
His contract, assuming he's offered one, will be heavily incentivized on appearances and basically the ability to be available to play. I think more than actual production, it'll be based on his health, poor chap, you know. No, I think I can't see more than a 2+1. It'll be, and he won't be very expensive, let's be honest. So I don't think that'll be a concern. I don't think that's a make or break contract. So, but they have to be prudent, in my opinion.
Yeah, indeed. The club also has to be very cautious, given that he's injury prone. You can't change that.
Yeah.
Benfica have told Chelsea that the deal for Enzo has to be done on Monday. It's a risk, which means to them they're not gonna be in a hurry to get it done. We'll be like again, we know by Tuesday it's a deadline date. Probably they have upper hand in terms of negotiation. Vincent, Chris, how's the deal going? Nothing new except for that update from the Undertaker CFC. We need a Casado because Zakaria is not permanent. It's not a permanent deal, and he's injury prone. Also, Kante is now old, and we need to cook something delicious. Let's see what happens. But I don't think it'd be that simple. What else do we have? Anything else to address? Hi to you too, Daniel Conde. I hope you're doing well. Yes, guys, please keep liking the stream. We're 264. We need just 36 more to get it to 300. We can get it there. The likes are growing. Yes, guys. Now I'm sounding like, who am I sounding like? Yes, guys. That's somebody's.
You sound like George
what's
Benson.
his name? Yeah, George Benson. Yeah. Again, a lot of players in midfield. Not a lot, really. Again, how can you say again he's bulky?
Yes, Roger. How dare you say he's bulky?
Okay. Bulky.
Thanks, Ty.
Sense he's not.
Oh.
Okay, Sammy. Here's the thing, Sammy.
Throw me under it.
My Niger brother, apologies. Maybe it's the wrong language to use.
Sorry.
Again, I honestly, wholeheartedly do apologize, but I mean that he's not like lanky. I hope lanky is not the wrong one to use too. It's not lanky. Again, the guy. Let me say, Nathaniel, I'm sure you understand pidgin. Again, I've been trying to say the guy no be again in no be like back. The guy get body, so if you know go easily muscle him off from board. Sorry.
It's not meant in a derogatory term at all.
Exactly. It wasn't meant to like, it wasn't meant to get in a what? Can you say that word again?
Derogatory.
No, I'm just saying, I used to say.
I wonder what you're drinking.
Oh, I'm in serious trouble. But again, please don't take offense. It wasn't meant in a bad way. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But that's by the way. Again, hello again. Love you guys. Love your guys' content.
The word is ideal.
Sorry, Ty. What did you say?
I was saying that the word bulk used correctly because he's bigger in mass and he's not very thin like lanky.
Yeah, he's balanced. Maybe. Hello again. Isco Philosophy. Love you guys' content. Keep up the good job. Here again to smash the like button.
Have you guys seen that guy on Twitter? A Man City fan called Professor Hamza, and he's setting out a petition to complain about Chelsea's transfer business.
And they talk about how Man City did some shit. Go ahead, Ty.
No, I'm saying that zero people have said it.
Yeah, because it's stupid. It's dumb, really. It's sad.
It's rich coming from a fan that supports a very wealthy team.
And did you know
owned by a country?
Roger, there's a video that explains how Man City did some shady business that they had to go delete their accounting report from their website. Yeah, because it didn't correspond with the shady nonsense they did. That's a video on YouTube that talks about it. So it's just stupid, really. I'm not going to go into. Let's start by them telling us how much they paid for Haaland. Then I know. Then he's ready to talk.
Have you seen their squad? That's at least £19.99 each player. Come on, that's the deepest squad in all of football. They have no room to talk.
Yeah, don't worry about him. Ziyech continues to pull ball after ball again in for Aubameyang. That was why I said Aubameyang, he didn't look sharp in the last two games he played, but probably he's a bit match rusty. But I get it. Again, let's see what the club does. I don't think he stays. My biggest question is, again, how does Graham Potter cope with these players? I think you meant cope.
That's cope. C-O-P.
Yeah. With these players, again, without any silverware experience, again, that's a first for everything. And I'm not going to keep talking about that. I think he will be fine. I hope I hope he starts turning things around, because if he does, Chelsea will start doing well, and that will go a long way for us. Yusuf Kokak says again, Chelsea have to do everything to get Enzo Fernandez. Then in the summer, Rice. I'm not a big fan of Rice, but if the club wants him, who am I to blow against the wind? Show Enzo again. FB Ref site statistics. What site? Have you been to that site before? Let me be sure. Let me not try to pull up something on the screen. I haven't used that site before.
Yes,
FB Ref.
Yes, I have been.
Oh, you've been there before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, do you have the link? FB Ref Enzo Fernandez. Okay, now I'm going to find it. So let me try and open it. Go ahead, Ty, if you have something to say. And Martin CEO, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that. And Martin, I'm going to tell you this: you don't really have to do donation for me to see your comment and see it's important. But I appreciate that. I'll take it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And welcome to the channel. And please make sure to subscribe. Sorry?
That's what happens, because it happens at other channels, man. People.
Yeah, I know. But again, I'm just letting him know he doesn't have to do that for me to. Let me try and find it. It's FB Ref. I think I've used it before, but probably I haven't been paying attention to the name.
Of course you have. You did. I remember you used it in the
Yeah,
summer
but
as
I haven't
well.
been paying attention to the name. Yeah, FB, or maybe because I'm tired. FB, rep Enzo Fernandez. I'm coming, guys. Now you can be talking about anything you want, not, but yeah. Enzo Fernandez. Let me see if I can find it. And thank you for bringing that up. I think that will lighten people's face up. Let's go. We don't want to do any comparisons. Wow. Okay, there you go. We have it here. Let's look at it. Take our time to look at it. Maybe we'll while away time with that. Just give me 1 second. And before I do that, I'm going to say, can I read a few stuff here? I'm going to highlight this one. And thank you for that donation again. Emmanuel Nkinga, Enzo is solid. We need him at Chelsea at any cost. And my friend, Law, pay the cost. You. This is the first time I'm hearing Law sound like this. Wasting 100 million for nobody and don't want to pay 120 million for a world champion. Isn't that a solid argument, Roger?
Yeah,
If we're reluctant again paying that money, and we just paid Modric money and took him, why are we reluctant paying this really?
Yeah, I totally concur.
Yeah, who is he telling? Shut up, Brooklyn. Are you? Who came to the EPL who is not risk? If we want to know what with Santos, we need to play him. So yeah, we can. Nice to see you again, Dr. Phil. Just PSG can activate the release clause. Yeah, good luck to them. That's a true right there. Go ahead, Ty. You wanted to say something.
That's an attack on me. I would have cried. Oh.
By the way, again, hi, Coach. How are you doing, my friend? Again, much love to you. I appreciate that. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom, and let me try and see how much I can get here before we go start looking at the statistics. Hi, Lala, Esamano. Again, people having conversation there. Next game, Enzo is starting. Yeah, he even joins the training tomorrow, if that makes sense. If we can get this player, then things will get better for us. I think he'll be the icing on the cake. Nyongere Benjamin, bro, let's talk in the defense. Why Chelsea doesn't such another player who plays in the defense? Like what area in particular in the defense? Be specific, and I can help you. If we can get him, it's okay for me. The guy is good. Yeah, thank you, Jennifer Mary. I appreciate that. Let Enzo Fernandez come to Chelsea. Yeah, keep praying. Your prayer may well help get him through. Jennifer Mary, yes, okay, thank you. Kim So, talking to Esamano there. Again, Useka Lamich says, I wish we knew him before World Cup. Imagine how the price would have been even cheaper. And sorry that your phone is trying to help you again express yourself and does what it did there. Enzo, please respond to our call. Okay, to our prayers, maybe. Again, Momba Fortune, with these expenditures, Chelsea must win Champions League. 120 million is crazy monies. Yeah, then the emojis are coming up as letters on the screen. Good evening, Osman Sensei. Good evening to you too. Art, even bigger, bro. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. They were supposed to get a transfer ban, a UEFA ban, but they somehow escaped. Man City, yeah, exactly. I think he's referencing to the Man City case. How that happened, I don't know. Good night, Coach, and everyone. See you tomorrow, Kim. So please, again, sleep tight. By the time you wake up, we'll probably, again, hopefully the deal will be done. Aubameyang will be our greatest striker. Does he have the time to score as many goals to be one of the greatest? I don't see that happening. But I think he'd do well if the services start coming. The problem is Benfica. Yeah, I agree with you. Haven't won the championship in the last 4 years, despite during that I haven't sold Felix, Darwin Nunes, and all that money they got from those. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Apologies, guys, and I'm going to try to look at the statistics. Dedeji, I'm sure there is an agenda against Chelsea. If Chelsea buys Casado for 60 million, people will make noise that we overpaid. But then it's Arsenal, then that's the right. Check my message starting with the sign up. Did I miss your message somewhere? Martin, again, can you shout me out?
Whatever.
Okay.
Oh my lord! I can't believe it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You're highlighted. That's more than a shout out. If that makes any sort of sense. Or should I just say, hey, will that work?
Be
I
nice.
thought, no.
Be nice.
I'm being nice. If you have a channel and you want me to talk about your channel, go ahead, talk about it. Honestly, I'd be willing to. And that's what we do here. We're selfless. If that makes any sort of sense to you, but
You know
that's
what?
hilarious.
Let me sort him out. Let me sort him out. Marwan Hussein.
That works, Ty. I have to be honest, that works. But that's, by the way, again, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm not sure how to do the shout out really. I, oh, I want to go to heaven, really. So my man should stop doing all this nonsense. But that's, by the way, again, if you can resend that message, CEO, I will read it again, because finding it is going to be difficult. So please resend it and I'll read it. Please, guys, again, 290, 10 more to get it to 300 likes, and we can do that. So thank you for all the support, you guys. You people are absolute legends, because we have men and women in the chat. I want a shout out, please. How do I do the shout out?
Coach, I think what we have here, what
Go
the
ahead,
issue
Bobby.
is,
Mhm.
what the issue is, Chelsea are prepared to pay the full clause. It's not about the payment of the clause. It's about the structure of the payment to the
Yeah.
clause.
This is what we suspected
Chelsea are
earlier,
prepared to
remember?
pay the clause, but through a structured payment, and which is quite an improvement from where they were initially. And
Mhm.
Benfica is saying that they want just the clause, or rather Rui Costa. So discussions are continuing. I think Chelsea are more than capable to pay the full thing, if necessary. But I think the discussion is to tell Benfica or to tell Rui Costa to be reasonable, which is fair enough. They've made more than enough money on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, some instructions from CEO, and I really do appreciate you taking the time to show me how, again, to get a view complete scouting. I think that was the page I was on already. So we'll come back to it in a bit. I have it open and I will humor you. And thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. You're saying we should look at it and just you and look at saying to the guy the bro that's asking to a shout out. You're shouted out, man. I really want to go to heaven. You guys should try.
That's cold.
Don't put me. Yeah, don't put me into trouble. I believe Enzo and Rice would be a good partnership next season. Chadrick, my Jamaican bro. Wagwan, man. I hope you're doing well. Chadrick, yeah, I remember you're Jamaican. You've told me that before. Enzo belongs to Chelsea, Dixon Dona. I hope that happens. Obviously, again, you haven't watched Colwell, but their Sheila has been great so far. They've been excellent, really, both of them. Yeah, I've done that, bro, and thank you so much. I appreciate. I cannot thank you enough. I will look at it in a bit. We apparently spent $533 million already. In pounds, I don't know how much that would be. Probably a little less than 300. 33 million, will that be less than 300? Because it's 500. I'm not sure. I don't have time to do the mathematics, and I hate mathematics. Have to be honest with you. Rui Costa, nothing about him. Chelsea winning a quadruple next season if Enzo comes in. Just again, add Osimhen in the summer and then Kunku. I think you're Nigerian. So my Nigerian brothers, they come here and keep promoting Osimhen. Osimhen is a world class. Let me say he hasn't gotten there, but he's capable of becoming a World Cup striker. But do I think he fits the way Graham Potter approaches the game? I really don't think so. I'll keep arguing that. Hey guys, again, do you all think we can win the Champions League? Never say never. Nothing is impossible. The first one we won, which is say we were well equipped to win it. Coach, this channel it's family to me. I always enjoy the vibes here. Chadwick Evans, thank you for kindly saying that, brother. Again, that means a lot to us on the panel and to everyone else on the channel. Yeah, we aim to keep it family. Like, again, we operate like a family as a unit. It's about everybody. It's not just the panelists. Your opinion, whoever you are, matters. And thank you so much for saying that. Again, Abdul John says yes to what? I'm not sure. So we go back to, let's look at Enzo's statistics. Ty, if I get any time wrong, help me, please. Okay, there you go. We have it here. I don't know if I should zoom out a bit. Maybe I need to. Because I don't use it that much because a lot of stuff is going on at the center and sometimes it freezes the screen. In a Primeira Liga, that's the Portuguese league, this season, 17 matches, forget about the minutes, 1 goal, 5 assists. I like this. XG expected goals are 2.1. Again, NPG again. What's that? Does that stand for? I've forgotten again. Expected assist goal again. I think this is expected assist 3.7. But let's go to where we have clarity here. Does this pop up as an image? I don't know. I think it does. If it does, it will.
Wow. I'm sorry to cut in. It just, but make no. Last resort would be to trigger the release clause, but make no mistake.
Which is how much?
105 million pounds, but this in one drop. But this has always been downplayed. But make no mistakes, at CFC are prepared to go all the way. As one club source put it, Chelsea are prepared to go significantly higher than their original bid. Some sources say that's 105 million, but structure is key.
So they're going to end up probably. Sorry.
Rui Costa and George Mendes and Chelsea's owners have held cordial talks, despite Schmidt claiming there was bad blood between CFC and Benfica. How can there be bad blood? Benfica has done many deals with Chelsea, not least to mention David Luiz. There's so many players.
Do you know what I come away from with that?
And we sold Matic to them and then bought him back, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, coach, gentlemen, do you know what this tells me? This tells me that if they actually initiate this clause, the buyout clause, then it's a one-off payment, and Chelsea don't wish to do that.
No, they don't because of the tax implications, but they will if they have to.
This tells me they're probably willing to pay 110 to 120 million pounds, but pay it over so many years.
I overpay the release clause. Yeah,
I believe
Benfica have a game on the final day of the window. So if Chelsea do get a breakthrough, all parties will ideally want things resolved on Monday.
Sure,
this is serious. This is.
It sounds like we're getting him regardless.
I don't think these guys are leaving Portugal without putting Enzo on the plane.
Yeah, Enzo better come to work tomorrow at their training ground with a suitcase.
Sorry to interrupt, but I had to share that.
No, but it's important. It's an important update. That's why we're here, Bobby. This one again, Natalia Lopez says, I think we should get the real Bakayoko alongside Enzo. A perfect combo. I know you must be joking, really. Or did I misunderstand what you're trying to say? You let me know. Baka who alongside?
Yeah, really.
Who? Yeah, you're joking, really. That's by the way. Again, Enzo will stay at Benfica. You must be a Benfica fan. Let's see what happens. If that happens, okay, fine. Tamidayo, we gave him his shout out already. Taking for free, man. You're screaming shout. Yeah, that's hilarious. I swear to God, again, I don't like reading that aspect that says I swear to anyway. Just go ahead, write whatever you want to write. If Enzo come to Chelsea, that price again, he will be. You see why something pops up every now and then from this, and I don't like it really. And I was hearing it. Let's scroll down and click the second percentile, not the first one. You mean second percentile here on the, again, there are columns here, not columns, again, rows. This row talks about, again, shot creating actions, and this row talks about progressive passing. Which one do you want? What row in particular? And I'll get that.
Coach, I
Let's
just
see.
want to drop one brief one. It's a bit funny. This is from Johnny Minerals. He says Chelsea can spend up to 600 million because Don Roman left us 1.5 billion debt free. All you haters that are snitching us to UEFA, we're drinking your tears.
That is actually funny.
Let's have it right.
Yes,
Have it right. That's his, yeah.
Signature.
What's happening, Ty?
I'm saying yes,
Can you not
Johnny.
do that? Yeah, but he just shouted like, yes, finally. That's what it sounded like to me.
He's
I
messing with
said
us tonight.
yes, Johnny, not just.
No, Ty, you know
I
exactly
said
what
yes,
you're
Johnny,
doing.
not yes, finally. I said
Ty,
yes.
that's a yellow card. That's a yellow card at least.
Okay, so
Oh,
so
no.
UPR
I've never
one,
gotten a
two,
yellow card in my life.
yeah, just 1 second, Ty. Let me get what we have in the chat.
I'm joking, man.
UPA can UPA Sing 92 says again, Benfica already said the clause or nothing, and we can still do that. Was that why you said it's not going to happen? Osimhen is a beast. He's just a buried Roma. I saw that delicious goal he scored today, chested first before firing it into the top corner from the right-hand side. An impossible angle, really, if you paid attention. But I think the power of the shot, probably, even the goalkeeper tried. I think the shot will pull him into the net. Is that the goal you're talking about? You let me know. That's one I saw the highlights today. I don't know if it happens today on Twitter. But that's, by the way. And here again, this is my argument too. I'm a Nigerian. I don't want a Chelsea to destroy us in them. I'm Chelsea too, but leave him alone. It's really begging. He even had to do a super chat to say, please just leave him alone. Here's why I say we should leave. If we had Mourinho as our coach, I would say bring him on.
Direct insight is up to break.
But the truth remains, we can hear that radio or TV station. But the truth remains, we're talking about a manager that doesn't differ that much from Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel doesn't play with the traditional number 9. Osimhen is not a hybrid striker. He's your typical, again, traditional number 9. And he's rare. If we spend money getting him, you see all those fluid approach in the front line, it has to change. Graham Potter has to change his approach to accommodate him, if that makes any sort of sense to you. And again, thank you again, Oladipopo, again, Mesole. I hope I'm not butchering your name, my Niger brother. Thank you for the donation. And I'm going to let you know this. You really don't have to do the super chat, and I'll still get your contribution in the chat. But thank you. I appreciate that. Baldwin, Osgood, Dixon, Crespo, Droba, Costa, Hasselbank. Please don't compare Aubameyang. And I could name more. Again, how long will he stay at the club to even come close to those guys? If that makes any sense. So Enzo and Casado, who's good? Okay, both are good, and I'm sure you meant who's better. I'm not gonna do that right now, really. Enzo over Casado percent. Okay. Let me see. CEO, if you're there. Again, let me see. What do we have here? We needed to sign who? I'm not sure who that name. It's a peace and blessings, coach. Again, we are getting Enzo. Can you give me again the classic coach shout out to again? What is it about all the shout? And I again, Yama again. I love you, bro. CDK. When you say shout out, we only dealt with something talking about shout out. I'm not sure what you mean, but I always say hello to you, bro. Again, I hope you're doing well. Please do let me know. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. Benfica sell too many players. That's again, they have money, so Benfica don't need to sell. They want trophies. Really, that makes a bit of a sense. Getting these players is one thing, but do we have the right manager to get the best out? I think we do. You just have to be patient with him. But I see Casado is good than Enzo. Again, he knows Premier League. That's no guarantee, really. Wagwan, Coach Wagwan, brother. Again, heights and blessings.
Man.
I hope you're doing well. Thanks for finding the time to join the show. Pop for you, King A, my brother. Much love. I hope you're doing well. Sika Ripa, it's clear Chelsea owners were willing to spend 1 billion or more to purchase the club, and because they paid that fee, they have added the 1 billion to the transfer budget. Makes sense with our lavish spending, lavish indeed. Evans, if Enzo is coming this window, we should give him again 8.5-year contract. Do you need to remind the new owners? Just quickly, Chelsea all the way. Chelsea want to pay. Yeah, I heard that too, Martin. Chelsea all the way. I hope you're doing well. Again, scroll down first, then click the box percentile. I feel like I'm in class right now. Not this one. I think here where I am. For which item in particular, bro? I feel like I'm talking to support, and it's I know
Good analogy.
into it. But here's the thing: I'll do my best. But if you want us to look at any specific numbers, you let me know. Okay. Where's Kimso? He's not here to read that French. Does Ty have to be so loud? Let him enjoy himself. Somehow no. Ty, don't worry about that. Enzo has the chat going crazy on the like button. Keep it up. 310 likes. Wow, Ty, did you hear that?
What's
Ty,
the record?
okay, now,
What's the record?
300 plus. We've done 300 before, so maybe 400 would be a record.
There you go.
But for shots, I have a shot that's 800 and something likes.
Really?
Yeah, shots about Madueke and who again? I think it's a mix of two players, and it has around, I think, 28,000 views. Guys,
Jesus
again,
Christ.
don't forget. Yeah. If you check, you see it. Don't forget the likes and subscribe button. We are pushing up for 300. We've got 300. Let's say 400 now. Enzo, this brother here is speaking French, and I don't understand it. Why can't you? Look at my friend laughing at me. Yes, I can, because I don't speak French. I don't understand French. Chelsea all the way. Kachila, what made you think we have the right manager? I'm not saying he's the right manager. I'm just saying he needs time. I have questions.
Yeah, it's too early. We
it's too early to judge.
Too premature.
Yeah, give him at least until the end of the season. Then you have enough sample size to say, okay, we're headed to the right to right direction, and everything will be all right. And again,
do you want me to give a little breakdown on this release clause issue?
Yeah, go ahead. That's why we're here.
I'm listening to Ben Jacobs on his Twitter space talk, and he's just been explaining this whole. He's still explaining it, by the way. This whole. Oh gosh, let me turn it down. This whole financial fair play and the release clause. First of all, I think it was Roger that asked about the release clause and what it actually means. The release clause in this instance, it differs from country to country, but in this instance, what it means is that if the full payment of the release clause is made and the player is in agreement to it, then he's gone. They can't do anything about it. And this is probably why João Felix came out again and told Schmidt and Rui Costa that he wants to go to Chelsea. So he's made that abundantly clear, and his agent is there. Now, from Chelsea's point of view, what they are trying to avoid, obviously, is excess, unnecessary cost. If they pay the release clause, there's the tax additions, which will make the payments go up from 120 million euros to about 166 million euros.
So that's not 140 in pounds?
Let's not go there. Let's just get the figures. So now they don't want to do that. Obviously, they're businessmen themselves, and they try to look for bargains within, if you can say it's a bargain, and value for money. However, at this point in time, these guys are not going to walk away from the table. They're effing serious. They've sat there, they've got the big guns out, and they're negotiating. They are telling Benfica, look, let us do it this way. We'll pay you a structure so that we don't have to have this unnecessary expense, although they haven't mentioned that they will trigger the release clause if necessary, but it looks likely that if all fails, they're going to do it. The discussion is going along those lines because it's in Benfica's interest to sustain a good relationship with Chelsea as you know, a business partner, as it were, or people that you could possibly do business in the future. There are loans, there's all manner of things, and
Of course.
Chelsea, with the financial power they have, is not really a club you want to go around making an unnecessary I won't say enemy, but you don't want to lose the friendship, as it were. So Ben Jacobs and so in this Twitter space also spoke about the whole FFP stance. As it stands, this is why they're going for it partly now, and they're going with this long 7.5 year stroke triggering 8.5 year deal with Enzo. Clearly, it spreads the whole 166 million costs and helps them. They're already within FFP regardless, but helps create an extra amount of being within
Cushion.
FFP and spread, cushion and spreading the cost. However, they don't want to spend 166 million on one player because, especially in one hit, because the one hit hits the books. So there is a business implication. It's not insurmountable, but you don't want to present your books to your creditors because, as they stand, they operate within a credit system, and you don't want to present it to the books and your creditors see, oh, you've been hitting 30 million, most 60 million. Now you've gone to 166 million. We're talking euros here, just for your sake, Roger. And it looks accountable, as it were, and can affect further credit. Bearing in mind there's João Felix to do that. We're looking at perhaps about the 100 million mark. There's potentially people like Rice to do, probably about 100 million mark as well.
Possibly re-sign Kante.
And sorry?
Possibly re-sign Kante.
Re-signing Kante it's a wage contract.
It's important.
It is important, but I don't think it's something that will hit the books as big as transfers. And of course, there's the striker to go for, which I don't think will be up to 100 million mark, but will be something else to hit the books. And by then, by the summer, you don't have the luxury, as it were, for these long contracts. Of course, you can maximize up to 5 years and spread it, but of course, for 100 million, that's a big whack. So, to cut a long story short, can they afford it? Absolutely. Will they do it? It looks that way. Who knows? Deals can always break down. Somebody might say something, and these guys might decide, you know what, we're out of here. We ain't spending this money on this guy like this. Is it within FFP? Yes. Is it within the Premiership rules? Yes. Is it within the FIFA rules? Yes. The tougher one is UEFA, and they're within that as well. This is serious. This is serious. For people like Ben Jacobs, I think one other of these journos is going to do a space after Ben. Twitter's on fire. There's people saying the internet will explode if Chelsea do this. Ben Jacobs says that Twitter is going to go into meltdown. It will, because this is one of the biggest deals that has happened in the transfer window for a very, very long time, triggered mainly by the tax additions. Chelsea is about to potentially spend 166 million euros. We're talking maybe 120 million pounds on one player. That's serious shit.
Bob, if you want to say it, just say it, don't spell it.
Bobby?
You know me, I'm trying to be polite.
That reminds me of a show. Roger, everybody loves Raymond.
So I love that show.
Yeah, so the dad, when he wanted to say, he said, "Oh," if somebody said, "Oh shoot," and then he told the person, "I know what you want to say." So it's no different.
I love that show.
Yeah,
That's
I do
a
love it.
great show.
Again,
I
let me
love
catch
that
up with what
show,
we have
man.
in the chat. Then we'll look at the statistics. And thank you for CEO. And I've gotten the instructions, and I want to start somewhere else again. Adama said that Enzo himself actually. Yep. Again, thank you for interpreting, Lola. I appreciate that. And tell him I said thank you so much. I appreciate that. Again, you're a good
One
friend.
more,
And again,
one
even though
more,
you're
please. Liverpool have
Yeah.
definitely backed out of the transfer window. They ain't doing nothing this January at all.
I read that
Okay.
today.
All right. Thank you so much. So
Yay!
the rumors that they are in for Casada is all lies. So let me try and catch up with what we have in the chat, and then we'll come back and look at the statistics. Here again, yeah, I'll do that. We'll look at quite a lot there because I'm seeing some interest in there. His stats are out of this world indeed, like you said. Again, Martin CEO. Again, I think players don't take Gefa very serious, and there's a reason for that. But we're not going to go into that today. Yep. Statistics for 90 minutes, all those things per percentile. We'll look at it in a bit. Ty is enjoying himself. My eardrums and hearts are in a state of shock. Sorry to hear that. We know saying hello to each again. Great info, Bobby. They're thanking you for that information you provided. Thanks for the explanation. That's actually some clarity on what's going on. Really, 99 percentile means I understand that merit in the world. He's in top 1%. Yeah, I'm well acquainted with that, but we'll look at it in a bit. Saying hi to Undertaker. Again, I'm good. Why am I reading your pleasantries? Enzo Fernandez demands Benfica sell him to Chelsea. Ben Jacobs. Yep, and that's why I said by tomorrow he may well snap. Don't matter if we're thinking the manager is the right person or not. It doesn't change anything. Boehly and Claire Lake have to believe. But here's the thing. They trust him, they believe in him, they believe he's their man, but they're not going to watch him run the club into gutter and say, okay, yeah, we trust him. He has 10 million years contract, but that's not the case right now. I'm just saying he has to start delivering soon. They have to see signs that we're headed to the right direction. Then they say, okay, yeah, we're fine. I love Bobby again, spelling lessons.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Coach,
where is the blue tiffle game? He will enjoy such.
I honestly think they need to give him till next Christmas, assuming that they get these players back in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Unless we fall off a cliff, I believe he should be graded until he gets a full preseason, assuming that we continue to the end of the season doing well, that is, or at least better than we're doing currently, and then given to at the very least next Christmas. That's my honest opinion, no matter who's the manager.
Yeah, again, and thank you so much. And fine, I'm going to take really interested in Enzo's new news since he's again my favorite player. Wow, really? I didn't know that. So you'll be feeling like maybe we shouldn't sign him so fast I can try in the summer. I wish we could get him, but totally impossible. Yeah, you guys have spent quite a lot. Again, I have what? But Enzo deal is making me. Your ex represented something. Okay. Okay. Chinedu Biagam. Okay. I'm sure Undertaker is laughing because of this. I'm sure that's the reason why he's laughing. But one thing is sure, this is a typo. Really, exam. He's missing probably AMS. Again, AM. So sorry, 2 letters there, but Undertaker saw that.
Are you sure that it's X? Are you sure that it's? Are you sure it's not something else and they forgot a letter?
No. Believe me, it's exam.
It's
most
exam.
likely exam. Yeah,
99%.
Undertaker saw it. That was like the heck. Yeah, Chelsea all the way. Now let's look at the statistics, people, if you don't mind. I'm really interested. I think it's out of this world, like CEO did say. So we need to see it. And here we go. All right, maybe I need to go full screen, or maybe like this. Whatever one we're looking at, make sure I scroll up. Now let's start from shooting. His shooting again per 90 minutes goes after when he shoots per 90 minutes, he gets a 0.13 goals. is 81 percentile globally. This percentile thing I think measures again globally, not just the league in particular. I correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's globally, like CEO said in the chat here. Shots in total 2.03 shots per game, 93rd percentile. So he's in the top 7%. That's correct, right? I got that correctly, Roger. If it is 93, then it's minus 7 to 400. Okay. Shots on target per game 0.57, 88 percentile. That's excellent. Shots on which one? Shot on target percent 28.3%, 56 percentile. Beyond at least 50%, that's fine. Goals per shot is 0.04, 38 percentile. Not to, again, the return isn't perfect, but it's okay. It's acceptable. Goals per shot on target 0.15, 37 percentile. Average shot distance at 23.00, 45th percentile per 90 minutes. A shot from free kicks 0.22. Yeah, he's a dead ball specialist. Did you see that, Roger?
Who? Yes, that's. We could always use that. Trust me. Yeah.
Penalty kicks made 0.04, 96 percentile. Penalty kicks attempted 0.04, 94 percentile. Expected goals 0.2 to 97 percentile. Wow. Non-penalty again, expected goals 0.19, 96 percentile. Wow. His stats are truly.
Yeah? These are Enzo stats, correct?
Yeah. He's an excellent player, really. In terms of passing, this is where I say we shouldn't play him deep. If we play him deep, we'll be wasting his talent, really. And I want to say again, thank you to CEO for suggesting we bring this and look at it. And if you're doing it by yourself, if you're not sure what each letter code represents, just if you hover over it, I think it will tell you. Passes completed 84.28 per 90 minutes, and it's 99 percentile.
Only.
No, the guy is really excellent, really. How is he running the club into the ground? I'm not saying he's running. Did you pay attention to what I said? And I finished and said disclaimer. I didn't say disclaimer, but I said that is not happening right now. Nothing wrong is happening. Yeah, go ahead, Bobby.
It's not you.
Just a little explanation, further explanation.
Okay.
Now, hang on.
Okay, you need to get more information.
Okay, no, they're talking Arsenal now. What has happened is that Rui Costa, there was a lot of talk about the sort of Rui Costa asking for 150 million now as a release clause, as opposed to the 127 million release clause.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he can't do that because the terms of employment with Chelsea have not given up. The terms of employment with Enzo has not changed. What that simply means is that 2 million that they offered him as a quote unquote in compensation or incentive for not misbehaving or agreeing to stay in the club was a little bit of a cheeky one, really, because had he accepted that, that would mean that the terms and conditions of his contract with Benfica has been altered, and that would allow them to alter the buyout clause. But
that's not nice, really.
It's not nice. Benfica,
no, it's not.
They are the people lowballing, to be honest, because on this platform, it's quite recognized that the so-called low ball, 85 million that Chelsea dropped was very reasonable, more than reasonable for this player, and they know that they're not going to get much more than that in the summer at all. So what clearly Enzo and his agents and advisors have advised him to is to not to take that. But since Chelsea have come in so hard, and there is a potential that this could go to the triggering of the release clause, they want to make it abundantly clear from their end so the release clause can be triggered that they want to come to Chelsea. They have been. It's not like they want to leave. They have said they want Enzo wants to come to Chelsea. Full stop. So
Hmm.
it's there's a lot of hardball being played. Chelsea's stance is, look, let's do this in installments. Will they go over the 120 as per Roger's question, as they often do with installments? I think it's a hard no from Chelsea, and of course I don't blame them, because 120 million euros is a heck of a lot of money as it is. If you just for the sake of installments want to go further, I think that's just a bit of a piss take. Can they do installments within and up to that 120? Well, that's what Chelsea's negotiating, and that is what has split the Benfica board, because some are saying, hey, look, let's just do this. We've made more than profit here. And Rui Costa at the moment and Schmidt are saying no release clause or nothing. So that's where we are. I also want to add that, oh gosh,
I'm
my train of
surprised
thought,
by
I've lost
that.
it. By what? By their stance?
Yes.
Well, it is what it is. Nothing surprises you in football. I also want to add that Chelsea, in man, these guys are thorough. In negotiation, I think with the Portuguese government, have also found that the tax part of the deal can be a structured payment. So they're
Mm.
preparing the books to not have the full impact of the 166 million whack. It could that was 127 minus 166 minus 127. Well, my maths, the gap in between that is can be spread, and according to the Portuguese government structures, whatever.
Gotcha.
So they're preparing to trigger that release. And I suspect the reason why Benfica, and in particular Rui Costa, is adamant. I think he smells that these guys ain't going away, and that if this gets to tomorrow evening, Monday evening, thereabouts, they may just say, "Look, we're triggering this thing, and we're taking this boy."
Yeah.
That's what I picked up from this
Wow.
Twitter.
Bobby, I don't know. I can't buy you something to drink, but I owe you one. Thank you so much again. That means a lot. And if you're listening, I'm sure he took his time to break it down in a way that, again, everybody will understand that. And thank you so much, Bobby. Once more, how is he
It's
running
all
the club?
Ben Jacobs. It's not. I'm just listening to his
But at
Twitter
least you
space.
took your time to listen to it and explain it the way we understand it. To me, I'm not good at telling stories. If I try to explain that to you, you get confused, except if I'm looking at a textbook and have something to
Exactly,
work with.
and to inform us.
Yeah, exactly. Ty, thank you. Again, I didn't say he's running the club to into the ground. I said again, except if he's doing that, and that is not happening right now. If I said that Roger is a Potter's lawyer, you would have heard him speak after the moment I'm up. He would have said, "Okay, let me say something. Can I say something?" And then you hear him represent Potter. So yeah, I didn't say that. Sorry if you misunderstood what I said. It's coming. Gusto and Nkunku coming again in the next season, and the potential of signing Enzo and Casado. I'm again one of the two. Really, I'm still saying that. What do we need to do next? A goalkeeper, and we don't need a CB anymore. I think for jam packed in that area, a goalkeeper. Not really sure what the club wants to do. Can we kind of look set for the next 10 years? We are, yeah. And I'm sure. Okay, you're saying we don't need anything if we can get in those players. Plus the young players we have. Casado is going out on loan, gets to play week in, week out,
Sorry,
and will be
coach.
ready.
Just one more quick one
Yeah.
about Caicedo.
Yeah, we can hear your TV coming across. Go ahead.
Sorry, sir, I'll turn it down. So, just as we had discussed earlier, Chelsea haven't walked away from Caicedo.
Thank you.
That's probably why Paul
Wow.
Winstanley hasn't travelled with the others,
Of course.
because if this is what Ben Jacobs is saying, if come Monday they find that, you know, there's no compromise coming from the Benfica end, and they don't want to trigger the release clause or find the whole deal distasteful, they can still walk away. And if they have some sort of progress in negotiations with Brighton, which is still going on, by the way, behind the scenes, they may drop the money for Brighton. So there are two things going on at the moment, according to my understanding from Ben Jacobs on this platform.
Okay, thank you so much.
So
I appreciate
Ben
that,
Jacobs
Bobby.
is getting the credit.
All right, but
No,
it's only
platform.
fair. It's only fair that he says, okay, this
So
is
he's,
where I got
he's
the
getting the
information.
credit for saying something. See, he's getting credit for saying something that I literally said when Roger asked me what I think about if we could get both. It's okay, man. I won't cry.
Ty, did you copyright it?
Here we
did.
go.
I mean,
And we're back.
I can tell you to I can tell you to copyright this stream, and I will be able to copyright it.
All right,
Nice
just
try,
one
Ty.
second here. Go ahead, Roger, you wanted to say something?
I said nice try, Ty.
Okay. All right. Again, pay Benfica the Portuguese. Again, pay the Portuguese 120 million euros. Get Enzo, secure top four, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's that easy, it'd be done by now. Arsenal just beat 17 million for Casado. Your source, please. I want to see that. I want to know. Ty, can you check that? 10 out of 10 for our seasoned pro, Sir Bobby. Again, Bobby, yeah. And I, Ty, and Roger, each 3 each. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Tommy Bryan. But Bobby really deserves a 10 for taking his time to break that down. Easy to understand from him. Again, I respect Benfica. They are showing that each club has, again, personal ambition and won't be bullied because of money. Are we really trying to bully them? I don't think that's the case. Amaro official, again, respect to them. But whatever was said, it is business for everybody involved. It's as simple as that, if that makes sense to you. Big respect. Yeah, big respect to them. I'd say that too. Ideally, I will get Enzo and Casado, but it's not possible. Only one of the two. Sky News. Okay, thank you so much for that. So now I think we should take our time again to look at the statistics. If you guys don't mind, it is delicious. And believe me, you won't regret we do that. We started already. So yeah, we are here. We're here. We've looked at, again, completed passes completed. Did we do this? We haven't done anything on passes. Passes completed 84.2 per 90 minutes, 99 percentile. So he's in the top 1%. Passes attempted 98.72 per 90 minutes, 99 percentile. Pass completion percentage is 85. Wow. 0.4. That's not easy. 76 percentile. Total passing distance is 1,589.75 per 90 minutes, 99 percentile. Progressive passing distance is 469.73, 99 percentile. Roger, are you impressed already?
Yes,
passes
it's all
completed. Green. Yeah. Passes completed, again, 37.38, 99 percentile. Passes attempted, again, shots, again, 41.52, 99 percentile. Pass completion percent, but that's short passes, 90, again, a point, 90%. That's 72nd percentile. Passes completed, medium passes, 31.9, 99 percentile. Oh my goodness. Passes attempted, medium passes, 35.23, and passes completed. Wow. What more do we need to look at here? Again, passes completed, long passes is 39, 13.47, 99 percentile. That's important too. Passes attempted, long passes, again, 17.48, 99 percentile. Pass completion, long passes, 77.1, 89 percentile. Assists, 0.26, 95th percentile. Expected assists per game for 90 minutes, 0.23. Wow. I'm glad we're looking at this, really. Expected assists, 0.28, 99 percentile. 2 key passes, 2.03 per game, 93 percentile. Passes into the final third. I know you like that one. Is delicious to us. You know we like that.
Yeah.
Roger. Passes into the final third, 11.49, 99 percentile. Passes into the final third, into the penalty area, 1.81, 96 percentile. Crosses into penalty area, 0.22, 81 percentile. Progressive passes, 9.47 for 90 minutes, 99 percentile. And there's more actually, but we're not going to take our time to look. Wow. Dead ball passes. Is his worth the money, really? Roger, your thoughts on all these things we looked at, the stats, the numbers we looked at.
I mean, the statistics, they're impressive. There is no doubt about that, coach. Definitely no doubt about that. And I've only seen him play for Argentina, 4 or 5 times, or actually 7 times, right? They played 7 matches. I saw all of Argentina's games in the World Cup. So, and I can't recall whether I saw him play Benfica this year. I don't think I did. So I've got a very small sampling size. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't take this the wrong way. And maybe it's because I'm viewing the World Cup in a different lens. But he didn't stand out to me at where I was like, wow. I'll be honest with you. I thought he did well, don't get me wrong. But had you told me that he would be young player of the tournament and we'd be going after him, I don't think I would have concurred with that specifically or essentially. But, he didn't disappoint either. And listen, I'm just scared that there's going to be, this is too much of a World Cup hype or tax or whatever. But you go by his statistics, and this is only one season, right, with Benfica. So
it's 6 months actually. He's been just there, just 6 months or so.
And these statistics, are these only in the Portuguese league or all for all of UEFA?
I think this is global.
Worldwide.
I think this is global.
Outside of
UEFA. I think so. Yeah.
Okay, then that's very impressive. Okay, I thought it was UEFA or possibly Portugal. That's still, regardless.
Even if it is, if it's just in Portugal, that's excellent, really.
Yes, but no. If it's just Portugal, I don't know. But if it's UEFA, that's very impressive. But Portuguese players. Listen, the Portuguese league. They have a very technical league. They're very technical players. They're renowned for that. They produce them. I'm not just talking about bloody Ronaldo. I'm talking about, generally speaking, across the whole spectrum of their whole league. From the goalkeeper all the way up to their number 9. But they produce technical players. So that's respectful. And yes, that's right. These are good.
Go ahead.
These are very good statistics. This doesn't translate into him being a success for Chelsea, but it does bode well. And it does speak
it's important.
Yes, of course. Yes, I agree. I guarantee you, though, there's a strong possibility that had they lost that World Cup final, and it was on penalty kicks, I don't think he would be getting young player of the tournament. That just usually goes to the young player on the winning team. That's generally the case. You'll see that. You'll see that invariably. But regardless.
So you getting that is what drives the price up?
Yeah, there's a World Cup tax for that, for sure. There's the fact that they won the tournament, and then there's being a player that was part of the starting 11, but also to be given that award. Of course, that bumps it up. That inflates his price. But do you know what, though? Because price isn't an issue for us, because we have deep pockets, It's the fact, can he play, regardless whether we buy him for 50 million or 105 million. That's irrelevant. It's, can he produce, and he be the player we believe he can be? This is the question we should be asking ourselves, and nothing more. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I hope he can be, and I think he can be. Listen, especially when he's surrounded by some very talented players. And let's be honest with you. Our team, when fit, and when you include all these new signings, this is, at least on paper, a very impressive squad. The other teams in our league should be their executives will be having a few sleepless nights. Let's put it that way. I'm being honest with you. They were not going to be pleased with what this new regime has done. But they have done probably what normally other franchises do within 3 to 4 transfer windows, and we've done it in 1.5 to 2.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me catch up with what we'll have in the chat. And then again, if we have anything else to talk about, if not, we'll call it a day. We've been streaming for 2 hours, nearly 3 hours. Romano, again, yeah, I'll look at that in a bit. And thank you, Don Fresh Out, for bringing that up. I'll look at it in a bit. Again, Sky News again for Lettuce Casade a bit. Thank you so much, Willie. I will look at that in a bit. Chelsea want to sign Enzo Fernandez this January at all costs for Fabrizio Romano. I think we'll get it done. Exclusive Arsenal submitted new bid for Moises Caicedo. Understand it's what 70 million plus. We'll look at that in on the screen in a bit. Sorry, Ty, what are you saying?
I'm saying that means Caicedo is not coming to us. We wish to be panicking. Oh no.
The 70 is no guarantee. They'd be stupid to let him go for 70 if man you want him and we want it. Except if we're not willing to pay anything close to that. We will be set for the next 7 to 10 years. We're looking at all set to dominate for a long time. Yep, all the signings will make. The future is bright. And like I've said before, so bright you'd need glasses not to lose your eyesight when you look at it. Yeah, exactly. One bag, again, as much as I like what the board is doing at this transfer window, I really don't see, again, I really don't think this is the right way to get to where we want. But we need a solution to the issues. You can say the most pronounced issues we're suffering right now, if that makes sense to you. I thought you went to sleep. When you said you want to sleep again, I went to watch movies. No, I said I'm tired. I should be sleeping was what I said, but I had to. We had to do this because of what's going on. And again, if you look, I pinned the link to Titalk's YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Make sure to subscribe.
I'm at 760 subscribers. I got like 8 from this show already.
All right.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much. Again, please make sure to go check out Titalk's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. You will learn quite a lot from his videos, entertaining, educating, and all about Chelsea, most importantly. Yeah, I think you will enjoy it. Everton have spent more money than Man City in the last 6 years, and they are battling relegation. That's surprising. Honestly, they've done that. Good for them had they stayed longer. But the moment Real Madrid came calling, he left them. I think to me that was more like a betrayal, really. You cannot just buy everything. Yeah, I knew you were going to go there. We're different. Believe me, we'll spend and we'll do well. And what good players did Everton buy, really? Start naming them. So, and I'll tell you, good luck, though. But thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I'm a official. I am personally, again, off the view. This will backfire on Chelsea. I don't think it will, really, because that's now that's not how football works. I'm guessing that's what you wanted to say. And if these players are flop, you're stuck with dead weight on a long contract and high wages. I think they're not on high wages. They start, and again, it's performance based. If you do well, you can get an increment. If that makes any sort of sense, they know the risks involved, and I think they would do well. And how many of them are not? You say Modric and all this. They're all good. And I think they will do well. So, yeah. I only wanted to hear, again, Enzo to Chelsea. We hope that works out. Yeah, thank you. His wish. I understand life is not a bed of roses, but be positive at least. I don't think he's a Chelsea fan. But the truth is this. If you don't buy tickets, you're never going to win lotteries. If you don't take risks, you're never going to achieve a lot of stuff. These guys, again, taking risk is what they do. And that's why they're billionaires today. If that makes any sense.
Coach, it's calculated risk. It's not a risk.
Yeah, and that's what this is. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Go ahead, Roger, if you want to talk about that further.
Having a risk is having Ty on the show. Having a calculated risk is having Bobby on the show. I'm just joking, Ty. I'm just messing with you, man. But no, seriously, all joking aside,
it's okay. I won't cry.
Listen. It's not just like you put your hand in a bowl and picked out a ball with a number on it. You've done research. You've done your R&D. You've done your due diligence, and they're professionals, and this is what they do. I'm talking about Vivell and Winstanley, etc. These people, they're pros. So this is a concerted effort across the whole board, from the scouts to the executives, and they're making what they believe is what is in the best interest. And it's a risk. Signing any player at any level is a risk, but I wouldn't classify it as a risk.
And we shouldn't actually
that's a disservice to their profession.
okay, just something quickly, and we shouldn't actually be comparing Everton spent their money. Who did they sign the most again? The creative player again they signed was a Colombian international that played for Monaco and was brilliant. One World Cup in particular. Ty, you know who I'm looking for? What's his name? James Rodriguez.
Yeah, James Rodriguez. Yeah,
James Rodriguez. Talk about every other player they've signed. They're all practically nonsense, really. And when good enough, you can say, to take them beyond where they've been at the table.
they're
Yeah,
shocking,
I get it.
Actually,
Yeah. So if you get my argument, I get it. We're spending quite a lot, but we're buying better players that Everton will ever dream they'd be able to buy, really.
Honestly, Coach, I'm listening to another Twitter space where this guy, I don't know his name, I've not really heard of him before, but he's really breaking down the financial side of things. Honestly, if anybody thinks we don't have a plan, we don't have people that know what they're doing, my God, these guys, they have it sussed to the button. You know, the accounting advice they've taken is huge. You know, they can go to any sum and keep the costs within regulation.
Because this is what they do in America, especially in American professional sports, is they've instituted since the early 90s, they've instituted what they call hard salary caps. And so, it's
so they've got to be really clever.
Yeah,
I mean, Chelsea in the past, they would walk away
never had
from
that
doing,
until recently.
never.
They've had 40 years of it. So virtually all of them, and it's a science. Let me tell you, they have computer programs that they plug in numbers for any different player, and it will basically spit out where their variables are based on different kind of. And this is what they've done.
That's what this guy is saying. He's saying that all this talk that they're doing, all this talk that they're saying about data and players is not just player performance. It's also the financial ways with which they can purchase these players within regulation, the deals they can make, the loopholes. Man, these guys are thorough. They are thorough. That's why they walk away often with a cheaper deal than media is going on about, because they're like 10 steps ahead. This
is a new arena for European teams in the last 4 or 5 years with financial fair play, but that's been instituted in a different methodology. I grant you that, because there's no transactions per se, but it's the same, shall we say, the same spectrum. You know, it's just in a different subset, and that's what they've been used to since 1992.
Roger, I'm telling you guys, you know, once all this sort of war thing is over and the dust has settled, in the new stadium, there's got to be something, either a bust or a big plaque or even a statue for Roman Abramovich. Man,
definitely.
There should be. I think we should be a tribute show to him. We've done that. Again, we've actually done giveaway. I think the total giveaway, for the giveaway for Roman Abramovich, I think it's around $300 to $400 in total, 50 each time, and we did it more than 6 times or so. Go ahead, Roger. You were saying something.
Without Roman, we would be just the Chelsea that Bobby and I knew growing up.
Yeah. But honestly, Roger, you know, this man, not only did he invest heavily in getting this club to the very pinnacle of world football, but this sanctions and everything, he lost so much of his personal wealth. and he still cancelled money that
Debt.
okay, let's say he wouldn't have got the money, but it's still a huge loss to him. And
Yeah.
if he didn't
Just
love the club,
a
he
quick
could have
update, quick update, Bobby, if you don't mind. Quick update. I'll come back to you guys if you don't mind. Should I go ahead?
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
sure,
go
yeah,
for it.
And
All right.
news.
Yeah, let's start from here. Exclusive from Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal submitted new bid for Moises Caicedo. Understand it's worth 70 million package and add-ons. Brighton don't want to sell the player. Stands very clear after 60 million opening bid rejected, but Arsenal try again as Caicedo wants to move. But there you go from Ben Jacobs. Arsenal 70 million bid for Moises Caicedo, as reported by Fabrizio Romano, has been rejected. So again, go ahead with what you were saying, Bobby.
yeah,
There is no
he said
buyout
that.
clause, is there?
He said that. He said that on his space, but nobody. I mean, I really didn't give a monkeys. But yeah, I was just giving a little tribute to Roman because
Yeah, I
this
agree.
man, what he's shown as a fan, as an owner, his genuine love for the club, his desire to see the club grow from strength to strength is remarkable because he's brought on board people that really know what they're doing, for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me catch up with what we have in the chat. Coach, I think it's a yellow card for Rojadinho for attempting to tackle our excitement for Enzo. Thanks for the
What?
thanks for the honesty, Roger.
Exactly, Roger. We are
Yeah.
even. We are
Like,
even. You've got yourself
We
a
were
yellow card.
enjoying, and you start telling us that that's no guarantee. Who asked you? That sounds like
Tough.
the beautiful game, really.
Tough
But
crowd, man.
How
I'm going to
dare
the fourth
you.
official. I'm going to the fourth official.
How dare
okay,
you?
let me give them some
The
audience. Let me try and
audacity.
catch up, if you don't mind, guys, please.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, too funny.
Okay, Kamara, I wonder why some fans are complaining about us spending as if it is their money. I wouldn't say it with that attitude, because if we overspend and get into trouble, the club will suffer, and you as a fan will suffer. So that's why I wouldn't say it's not my money anyway. Spend it. No, I don't think it's fair to think that way. It's somebody's business. Plus, if the club again infringes any FFP rule, we're in trouble, and then you suffer. Tell me you didn't suffer during the sanction and everything else, and the ban and everything. We suffer, so you don't want to see that happen. I hope you understand that. And Mario official, I'm a long-term Chelsea fan, and I'm worried if this spending backfires, we will end up getting relegated. I don't think we get relegated, but I get your concern. It's only natural to be concerned. And it's good to hear that you're a Chelsea fan, but I suspected otherwise because you were saying good luck, like you're saying good luck to you people or something like that, if that makes any sort of sense. The deal for Enzo to Chelsea is advanced at who? Again, Gianluca Di Marzio. And the final, again, details are the only thing left to be sorted out.
Very funny, Chelsea all the way, man. I know you're lying.
Maybe he saw it somewhere. I wouldn't say he's lying. He's quoting Di Marzio.
The Frazio.
What name did he say that? Let me see. What name did he mention?
The Frazio. Nah, man. The Frazio.
No, Di Marzio. He said you're calling him the Frazio. You don't trust him.
Fraud. He's been on fraud since the end of the summer. Fraud.
All right. Let me catch up with the chat. I'll come back to you guys. The deal for Enzo, I've read that one. Again, if you are a true Chelsea fan, then you should understand what they are trying to do, my friends. This is a total reshuffle of the whole team going after young players, and not just players, prosperous players or so. Again, or popular players. American sports are again fairer, tough. Again, with the way drafting works, the best team can change every season. That's some drastic. That would be some drastic change if that gets implemented in football. I don't think it will work. But again, yeah, this is something we need to look into as a whole show.
They don't have relegation there, coach. That's why.
So that's a different. Yeah, that brings us another different.
If a team wins every year, So you have 32 teams, let's say. So if the winning team of, let's say, the Super Bowl, next year they will be drafting 32nd because it's inversely proportional to their position where they actually ended up in the previous season.
Yeah.
That's
Big up, Lukman. Thank you so much for that contribution. Were you still saying something, Roger?
No, sir.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and good evening to you too. Again, Marvis CFC, thank you for joining. It's ridiculous how people would sit and think a group of billionaires are going to invest into something without doing the proper work. First of all, they showed you example. They exploited the loophole in whatever it is. Don't watch the Chelsea keyboard haters talking about us. Thank you for saying that, Courtney. That's delicious indeed. Asma, can you just check Chelsea Dodgers? Every club fans try to make voting against us, FIFA or UEFA investigators. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. It's just hatred. It doesn't change anything. UEFA already closed contract loophole, but it takes effect next season, not currently. It won't be possible in the summer. Yeah, in the summer it will not be possible. So thank you for that update there. Again, another loss. Arsenal understands. Arsenal's second bid for Moises Caicedo worth a 17 million fee with others included has been immediately rejected by Brighton, even though it is clear they want to sell.
Oh my God!
Is it coming? Is it coming to Chelsea? I mean, Caicedo, I'm not sure. More Curtis, I'm not sure really. Where's the Bluetooth game? I'm not sure where he is. Probably sleeping this time. Let me see anything else again. Give Benfica Andre Santos on loan as replacement for Enzo. No, I don't want to risk it. If Santos can stay with us, let him come and stay. Arsenal does well, not entering into bids. I don't think they will. They will shy away if Brighton wants more money. Enzo to Chelsea, Mutukwa. Let's see if that happens. Julian Opala, hello again, says hello, my brother. Happy New Year. Even though it's coming late, please. I am waiting to see if we can close this deal tonight. I don't think we'll be close tonight. I think they already can postpone their meeting till Monday. Yeah, I think I heard that. Sofio Kamara, this new ownership knows how to do business. They know what they're doing. They're not mediocre. Okay. Thank you for saying that. And I also want him again at Chelsea this January, not summer. Yeah. The team is doing good in the market. I just want the players to bond and start winning games. Franzo, Dan Music, thank you so much for saying that, brother. We needed to get Enzo right now, or else, again, a lot of teams will be after him in the summer. Yep, that's why we have to pay premium if we really want him. And Benfica, they know that quite well.
Coach, you have hit the jackpot. Everybody wants a shout out from you. Oh. Nah. Cochilos,
Okay, ZCHO official. There you go. You have a shout. How else do you want me to say it?
Cochilos,
I don't know if I know your channel. I would have tried to share the link to your. There you go. You're highlighted. I think that's enough of a shout because I don't know you too well. What am I shouting for? I'm honestly not sure. I would do that for free if I understand how you want me to shout you out. Fangwa, you reckon we still get Felix if we get Enzo? Yeah, they're two different profile players if you ask me. Also, I understand us rushing this Enzo deal now is to take advantage of the loophole. Part of it, plus in the summer, it won't be just us. Now again, but that's obviously changing in the summer. Yep, certainly. So you're paying attention to what's going on.
Oh my God, they want us to get Chelsea.
Yeah, what? It's Boehly watching the live. Maybe, maybe he joins. There's a chance he does that. He joins our Twitter Spaces to listen to them, but he doesn't speak. Collect your Enzo shout out. Yeah, thank you. With that knapsack number. Oh, this my brother is hilarious, really. Thank you so much for doing that. That saves me a lot of time. Caicedo not worth 17 million? No way. I don't think so too. And Arsenal, they've driven up the price tag, so I don't think these guys will end up selling him for less. Since Arsenal already bid 17 million, Arsenal will send it tomorrow. New bid 17 million. They already bid today. Let them do a plus $1. Yeah. 1 cent.
$1.
I get
That's 1
that.
cent.
Yeah, 1 cent. Yeah, I just paid
0.1 cent.
attention. Yeah, 1 cent.
So,
At least,
gentlemen,
at least that's more. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, seriously, on a serious note, do we counter this Arsenal offer? Do we go up to, let's say, 75?
No, I would say no. I would say no, but it
75 going to
depends on
5 million up them again.
yeah, it depends on what the club wants to do.
Yeah, but do we
75
though?
is really too much. Yeah, it's really too much. Really, we should just let Arsenal take him. The last time they spent 70, they know how that turned out. So
Pepe.
good luck to them.
Pepe, you
Yes.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, on Pepe. Yeah, so I agree with Amari official. He's not worth 70 million. We have academy players that can make it in the first team, but again, why are we still buying players from other clubs? You have to mix it up. It's can't.
Mix
There's
it
no
like
way
it's
it be.
juice.
Yeah, it's no. There's no way it be just the academy players. Chelsea revenue 275 million euros. Arsenal 433.5 million euros. Chelsea don't even make enough money to pay their players in revenue. Lucky they have. I'm not gonna read that. Let's get Enzo. Arsenal can have Casado. Honestly, I won't pay that much money. So Mori, I agree with you. Casado isn't worth 70 million plus, and that's pounds really. I only feel pitiful again for the massive makeouts next season. They may even include players who have been hard done by injuries. I prefer paying 120 million euros for Enzo than 75 million pounds for Casado. It doesn't make any sort of sense. I think we should end it here as soon as possible. Let me start with you, Roger. Your final thoughts on everything we've discussed this evening, and do you think Enzo will still come to Chelsea? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a done deal now. I really do.
Mhm.
I believe the only question is how is this deal structured? That's it. It's as simple as that. I don't believe that by the end of this transfer window or even tomorrow night that we will not announce that this deal has been done. According to reports, Chelsea are willing to pay the buyout clause. So that's it. That's all you have to say. And as Bobby so wonderfully reported, that the tax can be rolled over to multiple years. So that won't be an issue, at least in this year. But I just believe it's a matter of how it's structured. So that's done. Question is, do we acquire a second midfielder or not? That's the only question that we need to ask from that one.
It depends on who the second midfielder is, but I don't think.
Yeah. And at what price?
That would cost a lot of money. Yeah.
I don't think the question is, can we get Enzo anymore? It's the question is, how is the deal structured? That's it. So in actuality, it's 100% done now, because reports are from reputable sources that we're willing to how should I put this? Execute the buyout clause. So that's it. It's a done deal.
Yeah, and if the only issue is the structure of the deal, then I think it happens.
And there is one other question. What's his jersey number? That's it.
Oh yeah, we'll find out. Enzo Fernandez right now again. Then we buy Declan Rice in the summer. I'm not a big fan of Declan Rice. If the club wants him, fine. Love Enzo, not Casado. Godfrey, Tiny, good. Again, Bobby says the only thing again is Camavinga and Chomeni are actually better than Enzo, but he provides more offensively than those two can. They can, if you ask me. I think that's what makes him different. I think that different profile players, if you ask me,
well, he's got a point, though.
Yeah, but I get where it's coming from. And the last Chelsea regime could have gotten again there for peanuts, but instead got Saúl Ñíguez. Okay, I get your argument. The Boehly is Roman on steroids. I think I agree, given what's going on now. But I think they're doing this out of necessity. I don't think this will happen again.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I didn't expect us to be this aggressive in the first 12 months, let alone this window. No way. This window, it's blown me away.
Yeah. Yeah, you could say they're doing this to salvage the season, or maybe make sure we do well. Chelsea needs only Enzo for now and future, and the rest is history. Big names again signed. Thank you so much, Shipanga Martin. We appreciate that. Asma, guys, what do you see Declan Rice again? Where is it? Where? What do you see Declan Rice? I didn't see anything special. He's just like a Carroll playing in the midfield. I think he's a good player, but
Ouch.
I don't think he's what we need, really. He doesn't offer so much offensively.
No, he
I don't
doesn't.
think, yeah, I don't
But
think
he's a CDM.
yeah, he is a traditional, your typical CDM. I don't
Yeah.
think he's Porter's type of player, really, if you ask me. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. I could be proven wrong. Enzo Fernandez, number 13. Okay, Shipanga, I will remember that. So, Ty, your final thoughts before we go to Bobby and call it a day.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ty, we can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my lord!
Were you
Did you
sleeping?
see the Enzo for that? I wasn't sleeping. I was watching something, and he called me, so I was startled. But anyways, this whole Enzo Fernandez thing is fantastic. Hopefully, we get to sign him. Because if we fail to sign him, then I'm honestly going to have to check myself into an asylum because I will have a mental breakdown. Um, so yes, I think this whole deal will be complicated, but it reminds me a bit of the Fofana deal, although it's completely different.
Yeah.
Where we keep hearing that they don't want to, but one not wanting to do something does not mean that you will not do it. You don't want to do it, but you may still do it. And I have to use that context carefully because there's a lot of things that, But anyways, I'm happy that Chelsea are addressing this issue. They see the importance, and we have a lot of people, we have a lot of hands on deck, and we have a lot of people trying to get him. But Casado is still up there for grabs, and he's cheaper, kind of, quote unquote. When you consider the conversion from euros to pound. But anyways, I think that we could still get Enzo, and I'm hopeful that we may be able to get him. But it all comes down to
Oh, we
Mr.
will.
It may come down to Costa, who's still salty for not having a good career. So he's going to sabotage everybody. And plus, don't forget, we beat Benfica in the Europa League final. So he's probably still frustrated about that. So you never know, man.
Yeah, again, thank you, Ty, so much. I'll go to Bobby in a bit. Do you think all these 7-year contracts are a good idea? We've had a lot of flops signing in the past. Even those flops weren't all, they all were not on a long-term contract. But in this case, there is, again, they're not in a big salary straight away. As you improve, as you show you earn what you earn.
They're incentivized, coach.
Yeah, exactly. Incentivized. You earn what you earn. So they're smart people, really. And all the players who signed, the chances of any of them flopping is very slim. If you look at the talents in question, a lot of scouting, a lot of numbers work going to it, if that makes any sort of sense. Glenn, 352 and 57 likes right now. She's big up, legends. Cannot stay. I'm sorry. Have to get up for a double shift in the morning. Go get your sleep, brother. Bills don't pay themselves. And much love.
Glenn.
And I want to say thank you to Martin CO for asking us to look at the statistics. Boy, he's seriously a special talent, and thank you so much. I want to thank you so much. That was an excellent idea. Enzo is rare. This is why he's so important. And we need to get him, especially after looking at his numbers. And even the numbers moved Roger, who's been a bit skeptical himself. The numbers moved him quite a lot. Chelsea, we need this player. We need him indeed. Ugochukwu Victor, Enzo is a good signing.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Enzo Fernandez has liked my message to him on Instagram saying, "Welcome to Chelsea."
You're always lucky with that kind of thing.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge. You better share that on Twitter so I can share it. Thank you, Ty, for sharing that. That's a good sign, really. Kamara, again, funny how someone says, again, Kamavinga and Chomeni are better than Enzo when they all played the 2022 World Cup, and Enzo was the best young player. So I think this is a solid argument, and that's why we're here. It's a solid argument. So yeah, but I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. Your argument makes sense. Please, I need to ask: have Chelsea signed Enzo yet? Not yet. I think we're on it. But Ty, just some good news from Ty. It looks like it's going to happen. Potter does not play with the CDM. Even I have said that a billion times for people I'm paying attention. That's why I'm saying I don't think. Traditionally, yeah, I don't think his man is what's his name again, Declan Rice. But he may want to want him because he may see the need to sometimes be a bit different to win games. The only issue now is Rui Costa being press resistant. Indeed, he's using football terms, and I love that. Did you see that, Roger? Rui Costa is being press resistant.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because that was the position he played in, so you had to be press resistant.
That's seriously creative, really. I love it.
Yeah, that's good.
Does Enzo speak English?
Yeah. I think I've seen that. Except I think he does. Ty, please look for it. I think he does. I think I've seen an interview where he speaks English. Am I right? Or am I mixing it up with another Argentine?
I hope you're not mixing it up because that would be muito bom, although that's not Portuguese.
Yeah, just hold on quickly. I need us to round up on this one, but let me see if he speaks English.
You haven't asked me for my final thoughts yet.
Yeah, I'm coming. I know. I haven't forgotten, Bobby.
I hope he knows what "Welcome to Chelsea" means. That's all. He might be liking something, and he doesn't even know what he's liking if he doesn't speak English.
Bobby, you're not being nice to Ty right now.
That was funny.
Exactly.
I see something that says Enzo Fernandez speaking English.
Well, he'll learn regardless.
Of course.
7 things you didn't know about Enzo Fernandez. How many? 6 minutes plus.
We've got a couple of Spanish-speaking players anyway.
I think I saw in an interview he speaks English.
More importantly, does he speak French?
Sorry?
If anything, Bobby, I can say mucho gusto.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. Mucho gusto, Chelsea.
If anybody's in the chat, please help us find out. Does he speak English? No, not João Felix. I'm not mixing him with João Felix. If anything, I'm mixing him up with another Argentine. If that makes sense, not with João Felix. But that's by the way, again, guys. Good for me. Again, it's midnight. Have a good time, guys. Again, I hope when I wake up tomorrow, I see news again. I want goodbyes. I'll see you next time. You two sleep well, bros. Make sure you sleep blue and wake up blue, and you're living the blue life. After all, again, this spending spree, Graham Potter better know that top 4 is a minimum. We're gonna get into that in another show.
Done.
Yeah, be optimistic again. Keep your hopes down, and you will have less disappointment. That's a very well constructed sentence. Boehly go all the way, Manican. He's already a Chelsea player, no doubt. You think? Okay, let's see. I think Chelsea has done a massive job this the transfer window, joking around and a massive job joking around and getting the players right away. But then again, I am just within my thoughts. If Graham can manage the big stars, then okay. I think the long contract is to not cheat. It's not to navigate the FFP. If you understand what I mean. So I'm gonna come back, Bobby. Your final thoughts, so we can call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that the sudden expenditure is to salvage our season. I think it's more than that. I think it's just to activate the project. It's not something that you're going to do regularly. If they have to do it regularly, then there's a big problem. It means they got it all wrong. They had to overhaul the squad. They're overhauling the entire squad and activating the project, as I've said. Enzo to Chelsea, I concur with Roger. If everything
Shocking.
we have been told today in the media, on Twitter Spaces, everywhere that this is where it is, then it's good news. It's just a matter of how to pay the money, not that it's not going to get done. You know, in the odd event that it doesn't happen or it's suddenly all a pack of lies, it would be more than disappointing. It would be so daft that, you know, there'll be a lot of hurt, angry, upset, and somewhat bemused fans out there. So it's gone too far not to be true. You know what I'm saying? It's gone too far. You know, all the reputable um, sort of journalists and football journalists out there,
Mhm.
both in the country and outside the country, have acknowledged that this is at this process. Um, Personally, I'm optimistic. I've not really been optimistic up until now, but the way I see things going from what I've read, even from joining spaces of some of these journalists, it's looking positive. The only other thing that could scupper it is if Chelsea just decide to walk away from the table and feel that Benfica are being extraordinarily unreasonable.
That would
They're
be
being
some landing from height to the ground for the
Yeah, I
fans.
mean, well, exactly. You know, they're being unreasonable as it is, so I can't see them do that. There's no way, there's no further way down for them. How will they not accept this money? How? How? Yeah, I can't even imagine any of the super clubs not accepting this money.
The only way that this still is scuppered is if Enzo changes his mind, doesn't want to leave. Because
There you go.
if they
Yeah.
activate
Yes,
this,
and then pulls a young.
if they activate this clause, then Benfica
It's
is out of
done.
the equation. So it's up to Enzo. That's the
Yeah.
only way it's scuppered.
And he's made his feelings clear as far as we know. So
Sure.
really, wow, it's sensational. It really is. From where we were this time last year, was it? I mean, yeah, this time last year we weren't even sure we'd have a
11
club.
months ago.
Yeah, we weren't even sure we'd have a club, and I think these guys have done very well. Can we get it over the line? Wow, we need to pop the champagne bottles open if we do, because that's a big signing. That is definitely a marquee signing for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get what we have in the chat and we'll call it a day. I think I'm taking Lawless comment. Roger, I've gotten your final thought. I think I've got Ty. Have I gotten your final thoughts? No, I think I haven't. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use Lawler as a measure. Once I get to her comment, I won't read anything further. I'm hungry and I'm sure my voice will be going up. What am I still doing in there? What's your Instagram handle, Ty? Please share. Somebody wants to go see what you talked about. Enzo is pleading to come home. Benfica should. Benfica should let him go. It sounds easy, but I don't think that will happen. Ugo Chukwu, Victor Wande says, I wish Enzo can do the work Fabregas did in at Chelsea. I think they're different. He's more, again, you can say, I haven't done proper comparison, but I can say he's more physical than Fabregas. Are you leaving? No news yet? No news yet. Probably till Monday. That's tomorrow already. You guys are Monday already, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong. The UK. So we should be rounded up. So my
Really?
friends here. Yeah, aren't you guys? What time is it for you, Roger?
23:43.
23 minus 12, 11. So nearly, yeah, it's close.
17 minutes, yeah.
17 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, you guys. Yeah, sorry for keeping you here. So we should round up. Enzo is our new Fabregas. Please again, Costa. We need this guy. Okay. Tell him. Do you think Lukaku can find his way into the team again after his loan? He's burned down the bridge. He burned down the bridge. He even again caused the erosion on the ground where a bridge can be rebuilt. So it's irreparable. If that makes sense to you, it's not gonna happen. It's not again Graham Potter's type of player overall. This has indeed been the longest day for me. This Enzo must surely go through go through, please, Mr. Costa. Allow us. Let's have our man, please. Kamara, yeah, keep praying for it. Lukaku, better play for West Ham or something. Not Chelsea. I don't think he's coming back. Lukaku to Tottenham. That could be, but it's not gonna happen. Great show, Kachila and panel. Good night, everyone. Good night to you, to Chama. Thank you so much for finding the show to join. Time to join the show. You see, I'm so tired. I wanted to say thank you for finding the show to join the time. But I caught myself. What should be the realistic goal for us this season? There's no talent. I need to see more to be able to tell. But again, at least don't go further down the table. But at the same time, for me, I would say don't make it to Europe if it's not the Champions League. If that makes sense. Lukaku to Al Nassr. Go play with finish 7. He's referring to Ronaldo. I think I saw a video. I don't know if that the man is the president of Al Nassr saying, did we pay that much money for Su? I don't know if he missed a chance or something, but we want to call it a day. Please, Coach, you're going to go watch the NFL or not? No. I have to be honest, I don't watch the NFL. The most I've done, I like basketball, and sometimes I do watch baseball, but NFL, no. Again, a free Enzo, yep. Again, Coach, do you live in Australia? What? No, I live specifically in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the desert, if that makes sense. I subscribe, Ty. Oh, thank you for subscribing to Ty Talks YouTube channel. I appreciate that. Chimera, again, clearly,
I have to say,
Chimera, 120 million is crazy, man. Chimera, is it Chimera? I know that sounds like an Igbo name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not sure which Chimera it is. Yeah, just for the sake of it, I think I'm done, really. I need to go get some rest. We ends up backup of Kante injury, Ghana. I'm not sure what you're saying there, brother. Happy blue evening, Kushila, Bobby, Roger, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, DJ. Lateness is greatness. We're almost done, but much love to you, brother. I know you're probably very, very busy. Can GP manage all this big stats? He can. Can I have it? Hey! ZCH official, how are you? Please, if you're watching, look at ZCH official. Click 3 dots to his name. Click on go to again visit channel. See if you like his channel and please subscribe. I hope that makes you happy. I can't even sleep until Enzo signs. Please sleep again. Yuri Tillisman is waiting for a big club to come. He's not the man for us. Few hours before. Here we go by Romano. I hope that happens. Coach, you saw Arsenal's second bid for Casado was, second loss to them. They keep losing. Losing is all they do. They're going to keep losing until they get tired of losing. And from that, I'm not sad, but I don't want to say what came to mind. Enzo Fernandez and Declan Rice would be amazing at Chelsea. What other options do Chelsea have other than Enzo? Nunes, Matheus Nunes, Romeo Lavia of Southampton, another Argentine too.
I think it's going to be a bit late this window now. That's why they're all in for him now.
Yeah. So I think Enzo is the guy. That's it. Again, I believe we're finishing in the fourth place. That will work for me. Yusuf Declan Rice, Enzo, and Joshua Kimmich if you want. I don't want Declan Rice. I have to be honest. I know Bobby likes him. I know Roger wants him. I don't think he's Potter's type of player. If he was Mourinho, I'd say he'd cherish it. He'd cherish that. We Enzo back up to Kante. I'm not sure. You're sleepy. You need to
very sleepy.
Because if you're in Ghana, I'm sure it's really you should be in bed right now. Thanks, Coach. You're welcome, brother. I'm glad I did that for you. So you got the shout you want. I love. Much love again, Fresha. Thank you for subbing to Ty's YouTube channel. I think Enzo is coming tomorrow. Yeah, let's see it happen. We're gonna ruin this lad future for sure. I don't think he does that. Coach, I think Casado's deadline day is getting done and not Enzo. Wow. I'm gonna mark your words that let's see what happens. I was being sarcastic. You think I don't know, Lala? And guys, with that, we've come to the end of the show. Please, I got to go take care of my voice. I want to say thank you to Roger. Thank you to Bobby. Bobby, again, I think you will make a good teacher, really. Yeah, I get it. You listened to something, but you taught us. I wouldn't be able to do that. The good again. As good job as again. Do it as good as you did it without the textbook, really. But that's, by the way, Ty. Thank you so much, brother. Much love. I'll talk to you later tomorrow, probably.
Great show, Coach.
And Roger, thanks to you. Sorry for keeping you awake. And for everyone in the chat, I know by now Liam Lynn has gone to bed, but much love if you're listening, brother. I love you so much, and I appreciate all the advice and everything and the updates you're sending to me. DJ, much love to you too, brother. I know you're probably in bed. The Vibe, much love to you, brother. Emmanuel, J-Town Boy, again, much love to you. Ty Talks, much love. And the Manchester United, again, man here, a supporter here, much love to you. Anyone else, if I missed your name, apologies. I'm really, really tired. I need some rest, and at the same time, I have to take care of my boys. Thank you. God bless you all. See you guys tomorrow for the during the Blue Morning Show. God bless us all, and bye.
Cheers.
If you haven't, take a second, you will see a link at the very top. Let's help my dog get to 1,000 as soon as possible. You see the link